tonight that they're coming in with a little bit different records, not too vastly different of records early in the season, but again, both wanting to earn that win in the series.
Yeah, well, Pella Christian's got a good start with a couple wins to start the season, and but as the season goes here, every game's going to get a little tougher, and especially once they start a little Hawkeye Conference schedule down after this. They've had one game in, but they've got the real tough part of the schedule coming up for them, and so every game is a chance to look to improve. And like you say, PCM is looking for bragging rights. They also want to go against good competition and see if they can improve.
Absolutely right. And if you hear all the noise and the clapping in the background, the boys JV game going on currently. It's PCM 47, Pella Christian 40 in that game. But we are here on the Scooters Coffee Radio pregame show for our varsity game. We do have one other game on the airwaves tonight, and that is the Norwalk basketball doubleheader against Winterset. That's over on 94.3 KNIA and on the KNIA 3 stream. And a Pingles Home Store instant radio update. It is Norwalk 59, Winterset 34 after 3 quarters of girls game action. Winterset led after the first quarter, 16-12, but they've been outscored. We'll see if I could do quick math here. That would be 47 to 18 since. So the Winterset girls, they can put points on you in a hurry, and Norwalk, they'll get a chance to prove that over here on Eagle Lane Friday night. We'll talk more about the upcoming schedule for Pella Christian later on tonight. But, you mentioned a couple good wins for Pella Christian. We'll start with them. They're the home team tonight here on Eagle Lane. They're coming off of a win against Oskaloosa on Friday night. A hard-fought physical win against the rather tall Oski team, taller than in recent years. And the Eagles did enough to survive that physical game. And so, they picked up the win against Eddyville early on, and then that hard-fought one.
That was an interesting game. I really thought that Oski had a superior inside game when they used it, but they kept the Edwards guy on the bench a lot of that second half, which I didn't quite understand. It might have made a little difference for Oski, but it was a nice win for Pella Christian to come out of there with that one.
Yeah, absolutely. One thing that stood out to me for Pella Christian on Friday night was, I was a spectator the other night taking some photos over there in Oskaloosa, but one thing that really stood out to me for the Eagles was just their defensive composure. Offensively, it wasn't a game that I think you would look at and say that's the best game we've ever played as a unit, but defensively it was just a strong effort all the way around, 1 through 5.
Yeah, and not only 1 through 5, but even depth. I mean, they played 10 or 11 guys, and they all contributed, and they were able to stay fresh, and I think that was a big part of why they were able to kind of grind that game out, because they are missing that one guy that you can count on getting them a basket this year. At this point, they haven't had anybody step up to say, when we need a basket, give me the ball and I'll get it.
Yeah, and I'm going to amend my statement too. When I say 1 through 5, I don't say that to say that like it was only the starters or something like that. I'm more so meant like the positions 1 through 5 on the court.
Yeah.
Like there wasn't like one area of the floor like on the wings or the guards or anything like that. But, just overall a strong, solid effort from
But I do think that's going to be a big advantage for Pella Christian throughout the season, is the fact that they do have 10 guys that they can play pretty steadily.
Absolutely. And you talk about those guys that you can count on a basket from. Deacon Branderhorst the other night, he was a guy they could count on a bucket from. He was knocking down shots pretty consistently.
He had a big night. Now against Eddyville he didn't. So, we got to find some consistency. Find that one guy that can consistently get you a basket when you need it.
Yep, and so, again, we got the JV game going on here. There's 4:11 to go in that JV game. It's 49-44 PCM. Pella Christian's made a little bit of a run. On the flip side for PCM, they lost to West Marshall to start out the season. They came back and then beat Sadell. That game against West Marshall, you got a lot of guys for PCM who were part of that deep run of the football season. They're a team that they're going to be different tonight than what they were against West Marshall, just because, like, for instance, in that West Marshall game, Gavin McGorp came off the bench, kind of just starting to get acclimated again to the game, as well as an Alex Went. some of those guys. So going to be really interesting to see what Tony Ford's squad has, knowing that they've now got a little bit more of a week. They've got another week under their belts to get better.
Well, and that West Marshall squad is no slouch. They've had a pretty decent team the last few years.
Yeah, and so going to be interesting to see what they've got. Real quick, we'll jump into our game time temperature presented by Van Haften Plumbing and Heating. It's 40 degrees outside, and while it's only 40 degrees outside, it's nice and comfortable inside the Pella Christian High School gym. If your home isn't staying comfortable during this cold Iowa winter, call on the heating and cooling experts at Van Haften Plumbing and Heating in Pella. You'll rest easy when you pick up the phone and hear
Van Haften. Van Haften.
Make sure it could be heard. I
heard it twice.
Well, the first time I knew that I had the levels turned down from when I was playing the music earlier, but that's our game time temperature presented by Van Haften Plumbing and Heating. We're going to go ahead and take a time out here on the Scooters Coffee Radio pregame show. Back with more on 92.1 KRLS right after this for Pella Christian and PCM boys basketball.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Ask me, Lance Klein, at the Verduff Agency in Pella, if auto owners make sense for you.
Did you know that Van Haften Plumbing and Heating is more than just your local Dave Lennox Premier dealer? If you're planning a bathroom remodeling project, we can help. Van Haften's carries tubs and showers, lavatories and faucets, toilets, even Whirlpool tubs and shower doors. We can order just the products if you're a do-it-yourselfer, or our experts can handle the installation for you. If a bathroom remodel is in your future, call Van Haften Plumbing and Heating in Pella.
Are you a saver or a spender? Either way, we have you covered at Community First Credit Union with 2 great reward checking options. Our checking accounts are about money in your pocket, not points you'll never use. Simply meet monthly qualifications to get your rewards and unlimited nationwide ATM fee refunds. And no matter what happens, there are no monthly fees or minimum balance requirements. Switch to See First today and let us reward you, because at See First, together is better. Rules and qualifications apply. See First is federally insured by the NCUA.
Curious about how being a CNA at Hearthstone can bring joy to your life? With a $2,500 sign-on bonus, you can plan a vacation or pay off some bills. With a tuition reimbursement program of up to $3,000 a year, you can advance your career. And with flexible scheduling, you'll have the ability to enhance your work-life balance. There are immediate openings for both full-time and part-time CNAs. To learn more or to apply and bring joy to your life, visit wesleylife.org/Hearthstone and click Join Our Team, or call 628-1244 and ask for Katie.
If you're experiencing occasional or frequent urine leaks, Pella Regional Urology Clinic can help. Managing incontinence effectively is possible for many women. Treatment options may include exercises, medications, injections, or surgical procedures. The truth is, leaking urine is not a normal part of aging, and you don't have to struggle with the embarrassing symptoms of incontinence. Call Pella Regional Urology Clinic at 641-621-2383 to schedule your appointment today.
Look at me, I'm a superhero. And I'm building a fort.
If your furniture is getting a workout, it's time to visit Pingle's Home Store in Pella. They've got durable, stylish furniture that stands up to all the fun your kids can dish out.
We love Pingles.
Come to Pingle's Home Store today and find the perfect furniture for your family. Pingle's Home Store. Real people, real service, real dependability.
Rev up your ride with unbeatable deals at PellaMotors.com. We're dealing so you can drive away happy. Don't miss out on our incredible offers on Chevy, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram. Find your perfect ride at PellaMotors.com.
Hi, this is Dalton Buck with Hy-Vee. The Christmas season is a very busy time of year with activities all around town, shopping for holiday gifts and getting ready for the big family celebrations. In amongst the hustle and bustle, I believe it's also important to slow down and reflect on everything that we're thankful for. At Hy-Vee, we're thankful for you, our loyal customers, and for this great community that we serve.
From all of us at Hy-Vee, we hope that you have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Welcome back here inside the Scooters Coffee Radio pregame show on 92.1 KRLS. Again, it's Pella Christian and PCM boys basketball on the airwaves tonight. And again, currently the JV teams for Pella Christian and PCM are playing at the moment. And it's PCM leading Pella Christian 53-49. And PCM just got fouled by the Eagles here. And again, we get ready for tonight's tonight's contest. For whatever reason, the word avoiding my mind. Words in general apparently avoiding my mind.
Had too much Christmas candy already or something, maybe?
I don't really know what it is, but regardless, we'll get the words figured out here at some point. But we get ready for tonight's matchup. And just looking at this one, kind of the keys to the game tonight for, I think it's kind of the same thing for both teams. I think it's whoever handles the pressure better. I mean, if the JV and the freshman games have been any indication tonight, tonight's game will be physical. There's going to be a lot of ball pressure applied. I think it's going to come down to which team handles it the best. I know that against Oskaloosa at times the other night, there were times where Pella Christian didn't handle that pressure as well as they potentially could have. And so it'll be interesting to see which team handles the ball pressure better and which team can come away with points off of that pressure, even potentially by getting some free looks.
Yeah, absolutely. In any game, ball security is huge. They've got to take care of the ball, don't turn the ball over too much, and put a lot of pressure on, again, the other team. Pella Christian's going to do that. I have no doubt about that. They've got enough bodies, and I know the way Coach Van White coaches, he's gonna preach, get all over it, get some aggressive defensive positioning, and try to get some steals. PCM, likely based on what I've seen in the freshman and JV game, something tells me that culture exists in that varsity as well.
Yeah.
So, they're going to be doing the same thing. Pella Christian, if they want to break the press, is going to have to be able to handle the basketball.
Yeah, and, the other key, I think this one more so for Pella Christian than for PCM. We talk about it. Pella Christian doesn't necessarily have that one go-to scorer tonight. I mean, they've got a couple of guys who can score the basketball, but they don't necessarily have that one scorer. PCM, they've got two guys this year who have kind of handled the scoring for them. Cutler Vanderloon, I'm going to forget his older brother's name from a couple years ago, but his older brother was a really, really good basketball player. Carson, thank you. As I say, I knew it started with a C, but I could not remember what the rest of the name was. But, yeah, Carson Vanderloon was a good scorer for PCM. Before him, Gavin Van Gorp coming back. We know he can score the basketball, and he's got a couple of games under his belt back into basketball form. I think for Pella Christian, they're going to have to find a way to slow those two guards down, and whoever you decide is the guy to do that, that'll be something that Coach Van Wyk and his coaching staff will have to figure out who the defensive stopper is for those guys, but they got to slow them down as well.
Yeah, I think Pella Christian's going to have a little bit of advantage in the post and forward positions, height-wise, but it's going to be the guard positions are going to be really difficult for Pella Christian to stay with, and if those guys are hitting their shots, it's going to make it real tough. Pella, like you said, Pella Christian has a couple guys, Cooper Sprunk, Beacon, Branner Horst, that have been able to hit some shots from outside, and if they continue to do that, they can be the equalizer in that situation.
Yeah, so going to be interesting to see there. That's our keys of the game for tonight's contest as 43.9 seconds remain in the fourth quarter of this JV game ahead of our varsity game tonight. Pella Christian trailing by 5, 54-49 in that contest. Eagles needing a quick bucket here. It's going to be Griffin Stoltz. Puts up the shot and
wedge the ball.
It's stuck. So we'll get that taken care of. Again, 33.8 seconds to go in this game. Pella Christian down 5. And we have a Pingles Home Store Instant Radio update. Norwalk girls basketball defeats Winterset 76-34. So Winterset goes scoreless in the fourth quarter.
I think they turned up the pressure, didn't they?
Yeah, if that tells you anything about this Norwalk squad, they finished the game on a 64-18 run.
Yeah.
They trailed 16-12 at the end of the first quarter, so for our Eagles girls basketball fans, that'll be Friday night's problem.
We'll see what Coach Foudy can draw up to slow that down a little bit.
Yeah, hopefully he's got some plans. He's got 2 games later on this week. While we're waiting here, we've got some time to talk about some of these things. Let's look at some of those games coming up for the Pella Christian girls. They got Van Meter on Thursday, and then they've got Norwalk on Friday. On the PCM girls side, they will be at Perry on Thursday for a 6 p.m. game. And I'm now just realizing I think that is off. That is tomorrow night, actually. So the PCM girls are at Perry tomorrow night. I just didn't change that. But the PCM boys are also at Perry tomorrow night. Pella Christian's boys squad, they're off until Norwalk on Friday. They'll play Norwalk later, or play Van Meter later on this season. But final in the JV game here is 55-49. Again, Pella Christian boys are at Norwalk on Friday. PCM's at Perry on Tuesday. The Pella Christian girls, they're at Van Meter on Thursday. That's the only difference in their schedules upcoming. So we got the 2-0 Pella Christian boys taking on the 1-1 PCM Mustangs. Here coming up, we're going to go ahead and take a timeout on the Scooters Coffee Radio pregame show on 92.1 KRLS. We'll be back with more of the Scooters Coffee Radio pregame show for PCM and Pella Christian boys basketball right after this. Yes.
2024 is coming to a close, but you don't have to wait until 2025 to start looking for your next home. Hi, I'm Sierra Ward with Pella Real Estate Services, and the inventory and options for homes and acreages on the local market are growing. I love to visit with you about exactly what you're looking for and start the process of finding the perfect place for you. We're all in the holiday mindset, but if you're in the new home mindset, we're here to help. Call me or any member of the team at 628-1BUY for Pella Real Estate Services. Happy holidays.
As fall season rolls on, have Raceway Tire and Exhaust team you up with a set of Firestone tires. Check out the Firestone Destination line of tires. Whether you drive a truck or SUV, there's a Firestone Destination tire just right for you. And Raceway Tire and Exhaust is your complete auto care center from bumper to bumper. No matter what your vehicle needs, take it to Raceway Tire and Exhaust in Knoxville.
Raceway Tire and Exhaust.
We got what you need
to get you on the go.
The plugs in the car go spark, 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 spark. The plugs in the car go spark, spark, spark at Central Tire and Auto.
If the plugs don't spark, the car won't start. For tires and brakes, front end work, their no appointment oil change, full mechanical work on your vehicle, and the little things like new spark plugs. Stop and see Sean DeWard and his crew next to Walmart and Pella. Sing along.
At Central Tire and Auto.
At Marion County Bank, we go beyond banking.
And you're part of our story. It's about your family, memories, and shared dreams. Do you remember when you took the leap and bought your first home?
Or when you followed your passion and started your business?
That's right. We shared in those moments, those pages in your story.
Continue your story with us today. Join us on Facebook, Instagram, and visit us at MarionCountyBank.com.
Marion County Bank, serving you, building community, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
If you're looking for top-notch plumbing and HVAC services from a family-based business that treats you like one of their own, call me, Austin with Vanderlinden Services. With years of expertise and a commitment to customer satisfaction, our friendly experts are ready to serve you. Plus, we're proud to offer top-of-the-line York residential and commercial HVAC systems. For all your home comfort needs, call me and experience why Vanderlinden Services is best for your job.
Knoxville Farm and Home has perfect deals for your pets this week, December 8th through the 14th. Save $5 on select 2, 3, or 5-gallon metal poultry waterers, and when you bundle it with a poultry waterer heater base, you save a total of $10. Looking for goodies for your furry friends? Take an extra 10% off all cat and dog toys, collars, and leashes. Need something cozy? Heated pet beds and bowls are 10% off, and you'll save $10 on select dog crates and exercise pens. Knoxville Farm and Home, what a farm store should be.
Look at me, I'm a superhero. And I'm building a fort.
If your furniture is getting a workout, it's time to visit Pingle's Home Store in Pella. They've got durable, stylish furniture that stands up to all the fun your kids can dish out.
We love Pingles.
Come to Pingle's Home Store today and find the perfect furniture for your family. Pingle's Home Store. Real people, real service, real dependability.
Central Iowa Roofing is among the industry leaders in all shingle applications, steel panel roofing, and have experience in many kinds of flat roofs. Have a leak? Let them help you track it down. They employ some of the best roofers in Central Iowa and will make sure your job is done right. They also specialize in storm damage, including dealing with those pesky insurance companies. Let them help navigate the repair process of your roof damage. They serve all of Central Iowa, including you. For more information, visit them on centraliowaroofinginc.com.
Welcome back to the Scooters Coffee Radio pregame show on 92.1 KRLS. Awaiting tip-off, or the opening tip, presented by Dutch Mill Supply for Pella Christian and PCM boys basketball. Still about 11 minutes away from all the festivities getting underway here for these two teams. You can look at the colors of the game for tonight's contest. Pella Christian will be in the home white uniforms with the maroon trim on them. And it's going to be maroon numbers with the gold outline on those as well for Pella Christian. For PCM, they're going to be in the road black uniforms with the maroon and gold piping on those. And I believe...
I bet they're white. But
I'm doing this off of memory. I believe it's white numbers with gold trim on the numbers. I will update that here in a moment, but... I think, if my memory serves me correctly, I can tell you that it's all black with the maroon and gold trim for PCM, but I cannot remember the exact color of the numbers, but we will get that. Again, for tonight's contest, do want to make a quick clarification, too. Earlier, I actually made a goof talking about the Norwalk games on Friday for Pella Christian. Those are going to be home games for Pella Christian. The girls' basketball team will be at Van Meter on Thursday. And then both the boys and girls squads will be home Friday against Norwalk. For PCM, they're going to be at Perry on Tuesday. And then they will be at Greene County on Friday. So that's just to clarify that point as well. But we continue to preview tonight's contest. We take a look at our Marion County Bank radio scoreboard for tonight. We are one of two games on the airwaves. Norwalk and Winterset over on 94.3 KNIA and on the KNIA 3 stream. The girls' game is already final for that one. The Norwalk girls defeat Winterset 76-34. The Norwalk boys will take on Winterset here in a little bit. The only other event other than our game and Norwalk tonight is Pleasantville girls wrestling at Sadell. We've not seen anything from that as of yet, so those are the only events in the area this evening. And just kind of looking at these games, looking through warm-ups, I mean, honestly, not too much of a size advantage like I thought for Pella Christian. I mean, just looking out there, there's not a huge mismatch, I would say. I mean, PCM's got a little bit of size to them that even just kind of looking at the roster, I didn't quite expect some of the size that they've got.
They got a couple guys that got some decent height, but most of them have their football bodies yet.
Yes.
So that you're definitely going to see that. It's going to be difficult to push them out of the way if they're if they're in the spot they want to be. So Pella Christian's going to have to really be in the right spots and box out well and get up high on the rebounds. But I do think with Flagel and Franzman, I think they've got a little bit advantage inside if they can get the ball to them there.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's going to be a fun game. It's going to be physical. It's going to be fast. We're going to have action all over the place between these two teams tonight. But we're going to go ahead and take another time out here on the Scooters Coffee Radio pregame show on 92.1 KRLS. About 7 minutes and 45 seconds till we tip off tonight's boys basketball game between Pella Christian and PCM. Back with the Scooters Coffee Radio pregame show after this.
The holiday season is coming fast, so drop by Scooters Coffee and Pella and try the new Jolly Gumdrop Smoothie. Perfect for you and a little smiley gumdrop smoothie for the kids. Pair it with King Candy Cake Bites or Queen Frostine Sugar Cookies for a sweet treat. Remember, kids love Scooters just as much as you do. Scooters Coffee and Pella. Amazing drinks, amazing people, amazingly fast.
Who's always open? Anytime Fitness. For the last 16 years, Anytime Fitness has been open 24 hours a day, every day of the year. Our award-winning gym allows you to work out on your schedule. With state-of-the-art equipment, expert trainers, a welcoming community, and the convenience of around-the-clock access, you're sure to find a fitness home with us. It's your fitness, done your way, at Anytime Fitness in Pella.
Randall Roofing is proud to sponsor the Raise the Roof moment of the game.
Cooper sprung to the basket and 2 points. Cooper sprung. We're going to give it a Randall Roofing Raise the Roof moment of the game as the bench all excited for the first 2 points.
When you think Randall Roofing, think gutters. You heard that right. Maintenance, installation, and repair. We've got your gutters handled too. Randall Roofing, your one-stop shop for roofs and gutters. Find us on socials or visit randallroofs.com.
Hi, this is Chuck Vanderwall with Ulrich Ford Lincoln in Pella, where we've been helping people find their dream car or a new car since 1935. My favorite is my 1963.5 Galaxy 500 two-door.
I'm Todd Vanderwall, and we love seeing people smile when they drive their new vehicle off the lot. It's fun to get a new car. My favorite is my 1974 Ford Bronco.
I'm Tegan, and I don't have as many cool cars as Dad or Grandpa, but I love my Bronco Sport. When it's time for a new vehicle, come see us at Ulrich Ford Lincoln in Pella.
We're taking care of you.
Knoxville Hospital and Clinics is a proud supporter of our area youth and wish all athletes the best of luck as they compete in sports this year. At Knoxville Hospital and Clinics, student athletes receive the area's best orthopedic care, physical therapy, and access to the latest technologies and equipment. When an injury puts you on the sidelines, trust our professionals to get you back in the game. For more information on our services and providers, visit knoxvillehospital.org. Good luck to all area athletes.
Pella Corporation is proud to be a part of our communities and supporting the children of their workers. They're honored to be recognized once again as one of America's top workplaces for diversity. At Pella, they value inclusion and community, ensuring a bright future for all. Thank you for making Pella Corporation a trusted name in homes across the country. Because at Pella Corporation, they're building more than just windows and doors.
Looking for a bank account that works as hard as you do? With Sensible Checking from Bank Iowa, whatever you are spending your money on, we'll pay you for. At 10 cents cash back for each qualifying debit card purchase, you will earn cash back of $1 for every 10 qualifying debit card transactions. You'll also enjoy free online banking, bill pay, and a free debit card. And with no monthly service charge, you can swipe your heart out. Spend money, make money. Learn more at bankiowa.bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
At Marion County Bank, we go beyond banking.
And you're part of our story. It's about your family, memories, and shared dreams. Do you remember when you took the leap and bought your first home?
Or when you followed your passion and started your business?
That's right. We shared in those moments, those pages in your story.
Continue your story with us today. Join us on Facebook, Instagram, and visit us at MarionCountyBank.com.
Marion County Bank, serving you, building community, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Welcome back to the Scooters Coffee Radio pregame show here on 92.1 KRLS. Before we Get ready for tonight's opening tip presented by Dutch Mill Supply. We've got about 3:15 to go in halftime, and let's take a look at our starting lineups presented by Vander Linden Services, and we'll start with the visitors from PCM. It'll be a senior guard wearing number 15 tonight, Caleb DeVries. Junior guard number 14, Chase Wagaman. It'll be junior forward number 34, Alex Wendt. Senior guard number 2, Cutler Vanderloon. And senior guard number 1, Gavin Van Gorp. Starting lineups presented by Vander Linden Services for your Pella Christian Eagles, who are the home team on the scoreboard tonight here on Eagle Lane. It'll be a senior forward number 35, Cooper Sprunk. Senior forward number 25, Landon Fransman. Junior guard number 13, Garrett Wheelard. Junior forward number 4, Gilbert Flagel, and senior guard number 2, Deacon Branderhorst. Those are the starting lineups presented by Vander Linden Services, a family-based business that treats their customers like family. For any plumbing and HVAC services you need, call Austin at Vander Linden Services. Do want to make a correction to our colors of the game tonight. So for PCM, we had almost everything right. It is the black uniforms with the maroon and gold trim, but it's maroon numbers with gold trim on the numbers there. Memory did not serve me correctly on that. But
there's maybe a little white in the logo of the Mustang, but that's about it.
Yeah, my memory failed me. Sometimes that happens, though. You know, I'm not ashamed to admit that.
Well, and then in today's day and age, where these teams have got multiple uniforms available to them, you never know what they're going to pull out.
Yeah, and you just never know. New jerseys, things like that. You're making your best guesstimations, but I was not on the mark with that one. But we are almost ready for our opening tip presented by Dutch Mill Supply. We've been going with the Scooters Coffee Radio pregame show here for about a half hour, with the JV game running a little bit longer tonight as the freshman game
freshman game took a while.
Yeah, it took a little while.
Yeah.
We got a little bit behind track, but we are almost set for tonight's opening tip presented by Dutch Mill Supply. We're going to have the national anthem. We're going to have starting lineups announced on the floor, all the festivities pregame as well. Before tonight's contest, we'll take a timeout. You've been listening to the Scooters Coffee Radio pregame show. Scooters Coffee and Pella, amazing people, amazing drinks, amazingly fast. When we come back, we'll run through our starting lineups presented by Vander Linden Services one more time for you, and we'll have our opening tip presented by Dutch Mill Supply, your only local lumberyard and building material supplier. Back on 92.1 KRLS with PCM and Pella Christian Basketball right after this.
Van Gorp Edwards Insurance is an independent agency representing many of the top insurance companies. They offer insurance coverage on home and auto, business and manufacturing, farm, agribusiness, and crop insurance, as well as personal health, life, and long-term care. With this kind of flexibility, they'll provide you with the best insurance package to build the best option risk portfolio to meet your needs. Switching insurance companies isn't as hard as you think. Call Van Gorp Edwards Insurance today to find out how easy it really is.
At Culver's, we believe that the best gifts come with a blue spoon. Hi, I'm Tim Grotenheis with Culver's and Pella, and if you're looking for something special for all the Culver's lovers on your holiday shopping list, we have a great gift card special available for you this year. For every $40 worth of Culver's gift cards you buy, we'll give you an extra $10 voucher to use before the end of February. Happy holidays from our entire team at Culver's and Pella, where we're locally owned and involved in your community.
It seems like everything today charges via USB. How many of your receptacles have USB ports? Sure, they make adapters, and you probably have a couple dozen laying around. But wouldn't it be easier to just plug it straight into a wall receptacle? At Centerpoint Electric, we're here to help with any electrical problem you have, big or small. Let us install USB receptacles throughout your house so you can ditch the adapters and charge with ease. Check us out online at centerpoint-electric.com. We're wired for excellence.
This holiday season, make your celebrations unforgettable with Thistle's Flower Market. From stunning holiday centerpieces that light up your table to unique gifts for everyone on your list, Thistle's has it all. Explore our carefully curated flowers, thoughtful gift collections, and customizable floral arrangements, all available to order online for your convenience. Whether you're hosting, gifting, or just spreading holiday cheer, Thistle's is your one-stop shop for all things festival. Shop now at thistlesflowermarket.com or visit us in downtown Pella. Let us help you wrap your holidays in beauty and bloom. Thistle's Flower Market, where the season blooms brighter.
Hi, this is Dalton Buck with Hy-Vee. We understand that times are difficult and we want to do our part to help out. That's why we've lowered the prices on thousands of items throughout the store. These are new everyday low prices on thousands of items. And we also still have other ways to save, like our Hy-Vee Perks program and tons of digital coupons online in the Hy-Vee app. It's our mission to make lives easier, healthier, and happier. Stop in today and see our new everyday low prices on thousands of items at Hy-Vee.
Hi, this is Dr. Tim Yoder, the Tri-County Veterinary Clinic veterinarian. If you're heading out of town for the holidays and your pet can't go along, have him boarded with us. He'll receive exercise 3 times a day, he'll be fed based on a schedule you set up, and he'll be given a nice bath the day before you take him home. To schedule a reservation, call Tri-County Veterinary Clinic at 628-4040, where your pet's good health is our #1 concern.
They're the veterinarians.
Yes, we are. We're the veterinarians.
They do take care of pets because they love them.
Welcome back inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth on 92.1 KRLS. National Anthem, pregame prayer are in the books. And we are set for Iowa High School basketball between Pella Christian and PCM. Again, our starting line is presented by Vanderlinden Services. We start with the Mustangs of PCM. It's Caleb DeVries, Chase Wagaman, Alex Wendt, Cutler Vanderloon, and Gavin Van Gorp. For Pella Christian, Garrett Wheeler, Cooper Sprunk, Landon Fransman, Gilbert Flagel, and Deacon Branderhorst. We will have our opening tip presented by Dutch Mill Supply in Pella here momentarily. The Mustangs coached by Tony Ford. Pella Christian coached by Marv Van Wyk. Tony Ford in his second season taking over for the legendary Fred Lawrenson. Marv Van Wyk in his first season after, I think it's 31, 32 years, somewhere in that ballpark, of serving as an assistant coach here at Pella Christian, as a head JV coach, various roles within the boys basketball program. But again,
there you go. A couple years in the middle there where he was actually helping over at Central, so that he wasn't the assistant here, but he was a longtime assistant for Coach Nickel and Hessing, and then back for Hessing again, and then for J.D. Boer. So he's had a lot of good mentors.
Here's what I can tell you. A couple years ago, they celebrated 30 years. I do remember that. I just don't remember how many years ago it was off the top of my head. But again, going to be a fun one tonight here between Pella Christian and PCM. Before we get to our opening tip presented by Dutch Mill Supply, Wayne, any final thoughts?
Like we talked about, both teams are going to get after it. They're going to want to play hard, and hopefully they can both do exactly what they want to do, and see which team's got the better athletes or better machine here as it goes into the game.
Absolutely right. So our officials are getting set. Our players are getting set. Alex Wendt and Landon Fransman in the center circle. Opening tip presented by Dutch Mill Supply in Pella. Fans on their feet, ready to go for the start of tonight's contest. Opening tip presented by Dutch Mill Supply in Pella. Your only local lumberyard and building material supplier is controlled by Caleb DeVries after Alex Wendt wins the tip. And we are underway here for Pella Christian to PCM High School basketball. It's Wendt at the free throw line with it. He'll kick to Chase Wagaman. Ball in the corner to Cutler Vanderloon. Look at a three-pointer. He gets an open look, and he knocks it down for the game's first 3 points. And Pella Christian trying to push the pace and throwing it away.
Cooper threw that one way wide, and good start for PCM. Got a nice wide open look, man-to-man defense by Pella Christian, but they still was able to get a look on the outside and knocked it down.
Yeah, quick substitution here for the Eagles as Trey Steinkamp into the game. Garrett Wheeler, did something, not exactly sure what, as the Eagles try to set up on offense. And it's going to be a PCM turnover as Alex Wint picks up the charge there. Landon Fran's been doing a nice job of getting set there in the lane to take the charge, and Trey Steinkamp will now push it up the floor for Pella Christian. So hopefully Garrett Wheeler's okay. Never like to see an injury, especially this early on. Gilbert Flagel kicks to Deacon Branderhorst. He's going to pull up from deep. Shot no good. Flagel unable to secure the rebound. And Gavin Van Gorp will push the pace the other way. Defended by Flagel. And now the ball in the hands of Vandaloon on the left wing. Inside for Wagaman. He'll turn, flip it up. No good. But Alex Wint is there for the follow.
Yeah, got the miss, but Pella Christian didn't come down with the ball.
Trey Steinkamp sets up Pella Christian offensively. Kicking to Cooper Sprunk on the right side of the key. Now Deacon Branderhorst to Cooper Sprunk. Into a cutting Cooper Sprunk underneath the basket, and Cooper Sprunk will go up and over Wagaman for the first two for Pella Christian.
Nice job of attacking that lane area and use his body to shield the defender, put it off the glass and in.
Gavin Van Gorp is driving baseline, nothing doing there. He'll kick it back out to Vandaloon. Back in the corner for Van Gorp, defended by Flagel. Inside the ball goes for Wint. Defended by Franzman to a cutting Wagaman, and Cooper Sprunk is there for the block.
Yeah, got his hand on the ball, just didn't take it away from him, so goes out of bounds.
Inbound goes to Van Gorp on the right wing. Deep three-pointer, left it short. And Trey Steinkamp pushing the pace. He's going to kick to Gilbert Flagel. Right wing three, left it short, but the rebound right back to him. He'll go down low to Landon Franzman. Count the bucket, and one.
Nice job of staying with it there for Landon, as Gilbert missed that first shot, but followed it nicely to the basket, got his offensive rebound.
Foul goes against Chase Wagaman, his first, team second. Good time here. Garrett Wheeler makes his way back to the bench.
Came back. Yeah, I don't know if going for that pass, whether he ran in and bumped something, maybe had some blood, I'm not sure.
Not entirely sure either, but Landon Franzman will knock down the free throw, so he's 1 of 1 at the line, and we're tied up 5-5 Pella Christian to PCM, 5:35 to go in the first quarter. Deacon Branderhorst with the basketball, defending Caleb DeVries. Pass made it through the hands of Steinkamp. Cutler Vandaloon's shot is off the mark. Rebound went off of Landon Franzman.
Yeah, two almost right there, because Steinkamp, if he'd looked at the guy passing the ball, would have seen it coming, was able to take it away. Instead, he was looking straight ahead and went right past him.
Yeah, and I think they
reset the shot clock, and they shouldn't have.
Yeah, so 19 seconds on the shot clock now, as Caleb DeVries will be the inbounder. And he'll go inside for Alex Wint, and it rolls off the front of the rim. And pushing the pace, Trey Steinkamp to Gilbert Flagel. Inside, Flagel to the basket.
Again, I don't think PCM has the guys inside to stop Flagel and Franzman or Sprunk if they can just get the ball down there to him.
So Caleb DeVries sets up PCM's offense. Wagaman on the right wing. Kicks to Vandaloon in the corner. Flagel will take it away and looking for Van Gorp. Steinkamp pushing the pace. Great job by Vandaloon to get a hand on it. Now we've got a loose ball. Cooper Sprunk able to get it back out to Trey Steinkamp. And Steinkamp's going to reset the offense here for Pella Christian with 19 on the shot clock.
As fast as that frenzy was, they didn't lose a lot of time on the shot clock.
Inside to Flagel. He goes up and over the top of Van Gorp and lays it in.
Yeah, Van Gorp
7-5.
Van Gorp's not going to be able to stop Flagel.
Wagaman on the left wing for PCM. Now up top to Wint. He'll hand off to Caleb DeVries. DeVries off of the screen of Wint, and he'll drive all the way to the basket and lay it in for two of his own. 9-7 Pella Christian leads with 4:08 to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, Wint beat his man up top. Nobody picked him up. He goes right down to the lane and makes the basket.
Cross court. Branderhorst to the corner for Steinkamp. Steinkamp inside to Sprunk, who left the layup short. Right idea, just didn't quite get the shot in. Wagaman driving against Flagel. Tough shot, no good. And now Pella Christian will turn it over as Wagaman will lay this one in off of the Eagles turnover. And we're all tied up 9-9 with 3:32 to go in the first quarter. And Steinkamp will reset up the offense here. Lots of substitutions coming. Off of the screen of Franzman. Steinkamp now going to drive to the left. Kicks it out wide open. Deacon Branderhorst for three. Deacon Branderhorst knocking it down. And Pella Christian jumps back in front, 12-9, 3:10 to go in the first.
Yeah, good to see him hit that shot. It was hot the other night at Oski, so let's see if he can stay hot.
Yeah, Cutler Vanderloon in the corner, looking for Wagaman down low. Wagaman working against Sprunk, kicks. Caleb DeVries open look at a three-pointer. Off the mark, but Alex Wint grabbing the board. DeVries all the way to the basket. Franzman there defensively. And Pella Christian pushing the pace. Branderhorst three from the other wing. No. Loose ball goes to Franzman. Branderhorst runner. Too strong. Flagel's there for the follow though. And the Pella Motors timeout taken by Tony Ford and the Mustangs. As Gilbert Flagel with 6 points inside. We'll get substitutions here momentarily. Pella Christian leads 14-9. Again, that's a Pella Motors timeout. You'll drive away happy. That's the Pella Motors guarantee. You're listening to Pella Christian and PCM basketball, powered by Bank Iowa on 92.1 FM KRLS, Knoxville Pella, and KRLS HD1 Knoxville Pella. Everyone has a goal and inspiration or reason for being, whatever that is for you. Bank Iowa says,
let's make it happen.
Let's make it happen tonight. And game reset wired by Center Point Electric. 2:34 to go in the first quarter. Pella Christian 14, PCM 9. That's a game reset wired by Center Point Electric, where they are wired for excellence. Casey Mister presented by the Veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic in Pella. The Eagles dominant inside early on as Sprunk, Franzman, and Flagel with 10 of the 14 points in the paint for the Eagles. That's in Casey Mister presented by the Veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic in Pella.
They're the veterinarians.
Cutler Vanderloon working against Garrett Wheelard, and he'll be fouled on the drive by Wheelard, who just came back into the game after suffering an injury on the first possession of the game.
Yeah, and Wheelard come back in. Schneider is in, Runner is in, and Van Weingarten's in, so almost a line change here.
Yep, and for PCM, Gavin Steenhook into the game, as well as Cash Fisher. Also got Jake Winters into the game. And I think I've got them all. There we go. So Steenhook driving. He's going to kick to the corner for Vanderloon. Three-pointer. Left it short. Loose ball goes to Snyder. And Snyder will bring it up. Give to Wheeler. Wheeler to the corner. Inside for Sprunk, as they were trying to take advantage of the size mismatch.
Yeah, big mismatch there if they could have got the ball to him. But the PCM player was going to push him in the back first.
Yeah, Steenhook committing the foul as Caleb DeVries comes into the game for Vanderloon. So a quick rest for Caleb DeVries. Wheeler, the inbounder, will go into Sprunk to a cutting Van Weingarten, who will lay it in for two. Well, who's always open, presented by Anytime Fitness? The paint's always open. Pella Christian with 12 of 16 points in the paint right now. That's Who's Always Open, presented by Anytime Fitness, the 24/7 gym that fits your lifestyle, your fitness, your way. Anytime Fitness. Off the mark there was Van Gorp in the lane for PCM, and Snyder on the other end lays it in. As Pella Christian continues to dominate down low.
6 different players now for Pella Christian have scored, so they're really spreading it around nicely. Now we're going to bring in another player here to probably give Sprunk a rest.
Yeah, it'll be Rob Schur at the scorer's table. Gavin Van Gorp to Steenhook. They're going to kick it now to Cash Fisher inside, working against Van Weingarten. He'll go up, and Van Weingarten, will commit his first foul. Team's second. And the first free throw here for Fisher is good.
Into the Eagles, number 40, Rob Schur.
Rob Schur coming into the game for Cooper Sprunk. The Eagles looking to utilize that size that they've got out there. And Fisher is good on the second free throw. 18-11, I believe, should be our score now. And there it is, 50 seconds to go in the first quarter. Devin Runner with the ball up top to Garrett Wheeler, to Ben Van Weingarten. Eagles swinging it around. Snyder thought about the three. Now he's going to step into the mid-range off the back of the rim. Devin Runner goes up and over the top and commits his first foul, the team's third.
Foul called on Christian, number 31, Devin Runner.
And it'll be Caleb DeVries bringing the basketball up for PCM. DeVries will walk it up. 1 second between the shot and the game clock with Pella Christian's lead at 7.
Yeah, and he used 9 seconds in the backcourt. I would have been a little more urgent to get it across half court.
Yeah, Jake Winters with the ball out top. He's going to kick Caleb DeVries. Open look at 3 from the left wing. Gets a friendly roll, and it goes home. 18-14. Pella Christian cuts into this lead.
Maybe left a little too much time, though, for Pella Christian. Oh, they made a bad pass.
Yeah, Garrett Wheeler. His pass was wide, so the Eagles turn it over, but Pella Christian leads 18-14. After 1, we'll be back inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth right after this on 92.1 KRLS.
Winter's here, but your roof still needs the best. At Dutch Mill Supply, they offer top-quality CertainTeed shingles to keep your home protected all season long. Durable, reliable, and designed for winter weather, CertainTeed shingles ensure your roof stands strong against snow, ice, and wind.
Dutch Mill Supply, located in Pella, is your only locally owned, one-stop, full-service lumberyard and building material supplier. My name is Joshua Payne. My staff and I are here daily for professional service from the guy next door.
One of the great things about the holiday season is all the traditions that you don't get at any other time of the year. Eggnog, mistletoe, and elf on your shelf, and our favorite holiday tradition at Bruxford's, the ugly Christmas sweater. Between now and December 21st, wear your ugly sweater into the store and you'll save 10% on all in-stock and special order furniture. The uglier the better. Merry Christmas from all of us at Bruxford's Home Center, 405 Truman Road in Pella.
Welcome back inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth on 92.1 KRLS. Start of quarter number 2, Pella Christian 18, PCM 14. As we start things off, Trey Steinkamp getting the inbound from Gilbert Flagel. And now it's Landon Fransma with the basketball on top. He's going to hand off to Deacon Branderhorst, and Gavin Steenhook with a quick hands forces the turnover. He's going to drive all the way to the basket, and I think Wyatt Snyder got a piece of that shot. And now the Mustangs will move the basketball around. Caleb DeVries into the lane, his shot no good. And now Pella Christian's going to run. Trey Steinkamp all the way to the basket, but just a little too strong. And it's Cash Fisher inside, stepping through the Eagles double team and laying it in for his first field goal of the night. Trey Steinkamp to Deacon Branderhorst, who threw it away. 18-16. Cash Fisher to the basket, fouled by Deacon Branderhorst. His first, team's first of the quarter.
Yeah, that's 2 turnovers there to start this first minute of the second quarter that really hurt Pella Christian. Didn't give them any opportunity to put up a shot.
Yeah, the one position they got the shot, they got a great look from Steinkamp inside, just a little too strong on it. As Fisher is off the mark on his first free throw there. Second free throw on the way from Fisher is good. So he's now 3 of 4 on the line at the line tonight. And Pella Christian clings to an 18-17 lead with 7 minutes to go in quarter number 2. Trey Steinkamp trying to set things up. Inside for Fransman. He tried to find Flagel, but tried to do it through a pair of PCM hands, and the ball knocked out of bounds.
Yeah, Gilbert had a wide open lane to the basket, but there was a guy all over Landon, didn't let him pass the ball away clean.
Yep, inbound goes to Snyder. He's going to step into the mid-range and left it well short. Flagel and Van Gorp get tied up, and it'll be PCM basketball. So the Eagles struggling to find some offense here to start the second quarter. PCM has already cut the 4-point deficit down to 1, and a chance to take the lead here with Gavin Steenhook bringing the ball up for PCM.
Well, I think and at one point, I think it was like 14-9, wasn't it? So they had a 5 at one time. Yeah.
I think so. Gavin Steenhook inside working against Wyatt Snyder. Tough shot for Steenhook. Blocked.
Ooh.
And then Jake Winter's shot appeared to be blocked by Landon Franzman, who they said got him on the arm.
Looked like a lot of ball to me.
It did to me as well. I think the one thing that goes against Landon there is the aggressive arm swing.
Yeah, he hit it hard, and the ball came out of him off the block hard as well.
And Jake Winters makes the first free throw, so we're tied up 18-18, 6.5 to go in the second quarter. Keller Vanderloon gives Gavin Van Gorp a breather. Second free throw is off the mark for Winters, so we remain tied 18-18, 6:28 to go in the second quarter. Trey Steinkamp driving to the basket, was trying to find Landon Franzman, but throws it away. Coach Van Wyk does not look extremely thrilled at the end of that Pella Christian bench right now.
You know, he backed into him, so I guess that's why they didn't call the foul.
Caleb DeVries off of a screen, cross court to Cutler Vanderloon. His three-pointer left it short. As Trey Steinkamp pushes the pace. Gilbert Flagel open look from the right wing. That one well off the mark. And ahead, it's going to be number 32, Cash Fisher, throwing it away for just the third PCM turnover of the night. Gilbert Flagel down low for Landon Franzman, and he'll be fouled by Cutler Vanderloon. That'll be his first and the team's first of the quarter. Landon Franzman will go to the line as Garrett Wheeler and Ben Van Weingarten check in for Pella Christian. Chase Wagaman and Alex Wendt checking back in for PCM, and Cooper Sprunk also at the line for Pella Christian. Marion County Bank radio scoreboard. Again, Pella Christian and PCM tied at 18s with 5:43 to go in the second quarter. Norwalk girls basketball defeats Winterset 76-34. Norwalk boys basketball they lead Winterset 14-12 at the end of the first quarter. Landon Franzman off the mark on his first free throw here on this attempt. And he's off on the second one, but Wyatt Snyder down with the rebound. He'll go to the basket and he'll get fouled.
Nice job of chasing that one down as it bounced hard out and gets a chance to redeem his teammate here with a couple free throws.
Yeah, that was our Marion County Bank radio scoreboard. Marion County's financial leaders, Marion County Bank, with offices in Pella, Knoxville, and Melcher Dallas, are serving you and building community across the county. Wyatt Snyder off the mark on his free throw. First free throw. So Cooper Sprunk into the game for Landon Franzman. This game reset wired by Center Point Electric. We're tied 18-18, 5:38 to go in the second quarter between Pella Christian and PCM. Snyder off the mark on both free throws, so we remain tied. Kayla DeReese kicks to Gavin Steenhook. Steenhook looking for Vanderloon. Instead, he'll have to go to DeVries. DeVries wants the screen from Wendt. Defended by Wheeler, now to Vanderloon. Vanderloon drives, kicks to Steenhook, now to Vanderloon. He'll drive all the way to the basket. Shot no good. Rebound by Flagel. Ahead, Snyder gonna kick to Flagel. Flagel gonna get into the lane. Left the runner short, rebounded by Steenhook. So Pella Christian and PCM both going cold offensively here in quarter number 2. Vanderloon now going to get an open look at a three from the left wing. And that one also not going to go. Ben Van Weingarten on the left wing. Inside for Flagel. Double team comes, but Flagel puts it into the scoreless streak for Pella Christian here after 3.5 minutes. Pella Christian reclaims a 20-18 lead, 4.5 to go in the second. Chase Wagaman on the right wing for PCM. He'll kick it up top to Vanderloon. Nice backdoor cut and a late call against Ben Van Weingarten.
Trailed him the whole way, and so he was out of position, but they let him go and didn't blow the whistle until the ball didn't go through the basket, and then they decided to call the foul.
And it looked like it was kind of close to when the rebound had come down. It's a tough one, but that's the second foul on Ben Van Weingarten, so Cutler Vanderloon going to go to the free throw line. He'll knock down the first one as Gavin Van Gorp returns for Gavin Steenhook. So Gavin for Gavin sub here. In case you missed it, presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic in Pella. We had a big scoreless stretch here in quarter number 2. We've only seen, what have we seen? We had a foul on Cutler Vandaloon there, which was his team's second of the quarter. But it's 20-19, so we've only seen 6 points, I think, by my count. No, I take that back. That couldn't be possible. 7 points.
7 points
in the second quarter. In case you missed it, presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic in Pella. And a bunny for Ben Van Weingarten is well off the mark. Unfortunately, our officials are going to get together and talk things over. And they are going to overrule this and say that Pella Christian knocked this ball out of bounds on the rebound. So 20-19 as Alex Wint gets a breather.
Ben's got to put that ball off the glass there. He tried to go just over the edge of the basket, and he was wide open. He's got to swing the body around and use that backboard.
Yeah, Joe Shaver into the game for Alex Wint. Caleb DeVries will give to Chase Wagaman. To the corner for Gavin Van Gorp, had the wrong Gavin. Caleb DeVries drives, kicks to Cutler Vandaloon. Back out, Gavin Van Gorp, three-pointer from the wing, no. Joe Shaver comes down with the rebound. Kicks it out to Caleb DeVries. Working against Cooper Sprung. Now shot no good for DeVries. As Pella Christian races the other way, Garrett Wheeler takes it strong to the basket and lays it in for his first 2 points of the night.
Yeah, just kept his momentum going, and the defender just flew on by, and he put his shoulder into it and made the basket.
And Cooper Sprung nearly forces a turnover, but Joe Shaver able to save the possession for PCM, and now Gavin Van Gorp open look at a three from the left wing, but he leaves it short. The Eagles have held Gavin Van Gorp scoreless tonight. Wyatt Snyder open look at a three-pointer off the heel of the rim. Rebound is going to be thrown ahead by Caleb DeVries and Gavin Van Gorp. As I said, he was held scoreless. He'll score in transition there.
Yeah. Wanted to dunk, instead he just softly laid it over the front.
Yeah, probably a smart idea too there, unless you know for sure you've got it. As Wheeler's pass to Flagel, going to be taken away by Wagaman. And now Cutler Vandaloon lays it in on the other end, and a full Pella Motors timeout taken by Marv Van Wyk here as PCM takes their first lead of the night, 23-22, 2:33 to go in the second quarter. We're going to stick right here with you too and go to our Marion County Bank radio scoreboard once again. Norwalk girls basketball defeats Winterset 76-34. Norwalk boys basketball leads Winterset 14-12 after a quarter. Our score is 23-22. PCM leading Pella Christian 2.5 minutes to go in the second quarter. We have nothing from Pleasantville girls wrestling at Sadell thus far tonight. That's our Marion County Bank radio scoreboard. When I'm going right into our urgent situation presented by Pella Regional Health Center. For Pella Christian, they got to find some offense here. Only 4 points in the second quarter. It's just been a sloppy quarter.
They've had some decent inside looks, but just like they rush them a little bit, don't take the time to square up and use the backboard.
Yeah, so that's our urgent situation presented by Pella Regional Health Center. As Landon Fransman pays it off with a lay-in on the feed from Deacon Branderhorst. Pella Christian back on top 24-23 with 2:15 to go in the second quarter. Get our urgent situation presented by Pella Regional Health Center. If you need urgent health care today, be seen today at Pella Regional's walk-in clinics in Pella, Knoxville, or Ottumwa. Visit PellaHealth.org for hours and wait times. Going to the basket was number 32, Cash Fisher. He got the bucket to go, and Landon Fransman, reached and got called for the foul, so Fisher going to the line to make it a three-point play. And he will not be able to pay it off. So he's now 3 of 5 at the line on the night. Devin Runner going to try a three from the right wing. No. Landon Fransman with the board. Able to get it to Cooper Sprunk. He'll lay it in for two more. And Pella Christian back on top, 26-25. And didn't see exactly what happened there.
I think they kicked the ball.
Okay, kick ball, there we go. So Landon Fransman checks out. Gilbert Flagel returns to defend Gavin Van Gorp. Ball into the hands of Fisher, now to Wagaman. Back to Fisher, and a miscommunication there for the Mustangs, and it's a turnover.
Yeah, first turnover of the quarter, so pretty good ball handling most of the time.
Trey Steinkamp to Deacon Branderhorst. He'll drive. Tough shot. Got it to go. Feels like when the Eagles get a paint touch, is where they had their most success offensively.
Well, he was totally out of control, but launched it from his hip and banked it in.
Ball swings to Cash Fisher for PCM. Chase Wagaman off of a screen, drives, and Deacon Branderhorst able to block that one out of bounds from behind.
Yep, got the block.
And Caleb DeVries and Cutler Vanderloon check back in for Fisher and Steenhook. The Eagles are setting up their offense, or setting up their defense, I should say. PCM sets up offensively as the ball goes out to Cutler Vanderloon, well behind the three-point line. Pump fake to three, then drives all the way to the basket and lays it in for two. 28-27, Pella Christian leads, 49 seconds to go in the second quarter. Trey Steinkamp into the lane, and he'll lay it in for his first two of the contest.
Yeah.
30-27.
You know what he did there? Kept his eyes on the rim and kind of pulled up and just floated it over top of their outstretched defender's hands.
Yeah, Gavin Van Gorp on the left wing kicks to Cutler Vanderloon. Now to Joe Shaver. And Flagel's going to be called for the grab. And that's going to send PCM to the free throw line.
Yeah, that's
personal Flagel.
Yeah.
So Shaver going to go to the line. Flagel, I think he tried to he tried to grab Shaver to give himself an advantage off of the screen there to defend Van Gorp, who is very shifty, and got caught doing so. So Shaver going to go to the line, and he'll be off the left side of the rim. No good.
25 seconds on the clock, so plenty of time for Pella Christian. They can get this rebound to go down and get it. Oh, we're going to get a timeout.
Yeah, we're going to get a Pella Motors timeout taken by Tony Ford here. It's going to be a 30-second timeout as we're going to get Brevin DeRod, it looks like, checking in here, as is Cash Fisher. And looking at we've got the Central Town Auto Radio halftime show coming up here shortly. 25.8 seconds to go in the second quarter here of this contest. Our Pingles Home Store Instant Radio updates. We got the scores. We were looking at our Marion County Bank radio scoreboard, so we're going to give Pingles their love now. Again, it's Norwalk Boys Basketball 14, Winterset 12 after 1. That is a Pingles Home Store Instant Radio update.
They should have a halftime score by now, I would think. But
not quite. They were 2 minutes behind us at the end of the first quarter.
Okay.
So they were, it looks like. And so
I thought with that girls game being over so early, they would have been ahead of us a little bit.
Yeah, they must have taken a little bit longer in between there. But Joe Shaver back at the line. As again, Brevin DeRod and Cash Fisher in to finish out the half here. Shaver does knock down the second free throw. He'll check out of the game as Alex Went returns. Caleb DeVries and Chase Wagaman also out of the game. As PCM going to set up a little bit of pressure here with 25.8 seconds to go. And the Eagles going to set up their press breaker. Gilbert Flagel able to save the possession and give it to avoid the turnover there for Trey Steinkamp.
Yeah, that was fortunate. PCM did a nice job of recognizing where that pass was going to go and almost got to it.
Cooper Sprunk to Trey Steinkamp underneath. Can't get the flip up.
Oh, nice.
I think Steinkamp wanted a foul there. Didn't either wanted the foul or wasn't pleased with how that possession just went for himself. He kind of fumbled the
Probably
ball.
should have got the foul, but they got the shot off on the reverse layup, but missed it. But Gilbert there to get the rebound and gets fouled on the shot.
Yeah, Alex Wynn committing that foul. It's the fourth team foul on PCM. Flagel unable to make the first free throw, though. So 30-28, Pella Christian remains ahead. 2.3 seconds to go in the first half. Flagel's second free throw. Buries it. 31-28. Gavin Steenhook shot at the buzzer. Off the right side of the rim. Our right side of the rim, I should say. Off the backboard, no good. So Pella Christian maintains a 31-28 lead at the half. We'll take a short timeout. We'll be back with the Central Town Auto Radio halftime show here inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth on 92.1 KRLS.
Hi, this is Mike at Langstrad Auto Body. It's deer season again, and I know from experience that whether you're in your car or in the timber, there's one out there with your name on it. They always say if a deer jumps out in front of you, aim right at it. The good and bad of that is that some of you will be visiting your local meat locker, and the rest will be visiting us at Langstrad Auto Body. Whether it's a deer or some unfortunate accident, you know that Langstrad Auto Body is there for you with a lifetime written warranty and satisfaction 100% guaranteed. Langstrad Auto Body, where you don't have to look for a quality repair.
All throughout the Pella community, you see touches of Holland and classic Dutch architecture, but there's one place that truly takes you right into the heart of Amsterdam, the Molengraat Plaza just south of the square. With a beautiful brick wall featuring a winding canal, a working drawbridge, and a classic old world atmosphere, you'll find Pella's finest lodging at the Amsterdam Hotel, dining with Liberty Street Kitchen and Oriental Express, beautiful U Salon, Pella Nail Salon, the Pella Window and Door Showroom, and many service businesses. You could even take in a movie at Pella Cinemas. Good luck to our local sports teams from the Molengraat in Pella.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from all of us at Pella Cooperative Electric. Just a reminder, our office will be closed December 24th, 25th, 31st, and January 1st to celebrate the holiday season. We will reopen on Thursday, January 2nd. As always, our staff is available to you 24/7 in case of outages or emergencies. Looking out for you, our member owners. We are Pella Cooperative Electric.
Look at me, I'm a superhero. And I'm building a fort.
If your furniture is getting a workout, it's time to visit Pingle's Home Store in Pella. They've got durable, stylish furniture that stands up to all the fun your kids can dish out.
We love Pingles.
Come to Pingle's Home Store today and find the perfect furniture for your family. Pingle's Home Store. Real people, real service, real dependability.
The plugs in the car go spark, 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 spark. The plugs in the car go spark, spark, spark at Central Tire and Auto.
If the plugs don't spark, the car won't start. For tires and brakes, front end work, their no appointment oil change, full mechanical work on your vehicle, and the little things like new spark plugs. Stop and see Sean DeWard and his crew next to Walmart in Pella. Sing along.
At Central Tire and Auto.
Step into comfort and style with Brown Shoe Fit Pella. Whether you are strolling through town or heading out for your next adventure, at Brown Shoe Fit Pella, we have the perfect shoes and boots to keep you moving. Brown Shoe Fit Pella has a great selection of Danskos, Piccolinos, Uggs, Sorels, and so many more. From cozy boots with just the right amount of warmth to stylish sneakers that are perfect for every day. Hurry in to Brown Shoe Fit Pella today. Your feet will thank you. Brown Shoe Fit Pella, located on the south side of the square.
Win winter with the Toro Power Clear Single Stage Snowblower that is loaded with power in a compact size. They are easily maneuverable and clear snow down to the pavement. Get your power clear at DeRuyter Lawn Equipment in Pella. Toro, America's #1 snowblower brand.
Weather any storm with the Toro Flex Force electric snowblower that has the most powerful 60-volt battery in its class. Plus, you get the same rugged construction as Toro's gas-powered models. Get your Flex Force snowblower at DeRuyter Lawn Equipment. Toro, America's #1 snowblower brand.
As we're settling in for another Iowa winter, think about what the cold weather does to your garage door. Low temperatures can cause lubrication problems, metal to contract, and springs to become brittle. And consistent wet weather can cause your door to swell. Those things can lead to big problems, like your door getting stuck or not working at all. And that's the last thing you want to deal with in the freezing cold. Make sure those things don't happen by calling DeYoung Door Service for an inspection of your garage door today.
Hi, this is Kurt DeYoung. We're the gurus of garage doors. DeYoung Door Service in Pella.
Welcome back to the Central Tire and Auto Radio halftime show. For tires, front end work, their no appointment oil change, and full mechanical work on your vehicle. Stop and see Sean DeWard and his crew next to Walmart in Pella. And Pella Christian leads PCM 31-28 at the break and win. I want to start with our second half adjustments presented by DeYoung Door Service, because I think for PCM, I think the adjustment they needed to make, they made kind of at the end of the first quarter and the second quarter. The first quarter really kind of felt like they didn't play as physical as we kind of expected them to. Felt like in the second quarter they maybe played a little bit more physical. They played a little bit more pressure on the basketball. They forced Pella Christian to make mistakes, and Pella Christian kind of made those mistakes. I think that was a huge adjustment for PCM. And when we talk about Pella Christian, the adjustment they got to make in the locker room, is they gotta handle that better.
Yeah, well, they went, but 3.5 minutes there to start that second quarter without scoring due to the pressure that PCM was putting on them. I thought they responded pretty well once they figured out we got to pound this ball inside and get some easy looks. Once they did that better, they were able to get the lead back up to a 3-point lead, which it had been a 4 to start the quarter. So, pretty even contest, really. I mean, Pella Christian scores 18 points in the first quarter and 13 points in the second quarter. PCM scores 14 both quarters. So, that's about normal range. So the defense is being aggressive, but the offenses are both getting some shots off as well. So that's a big thing.
Yeah, so sorry, I was just finishing up my numbers here for the half, but I think that's I would agree with that. I mean, it was kind of a sloppy second quarter for Pella Christian offensively. They got to find a way to just handle it better. I mean,
Pella Christian turned the ball over too much. They had 7 turnovers to just 3 for PCM by my count.
I said I had PCM for 4, but
I only had him for 3, so I must have missed one somewhere. But,
well, I mean, who knows?
Yeah. And, so either way, Pella Christian turned the ball over too much. Shot the ball better than PCM did with a 50%. They were 50% from the field, as PCM was only 32% from the field. So, but the free throws, you got the free throw stats. So the free throws is what's kept PCM even halfway close in this game.
Yeah, I mean, it's been kind of one of those deals where, the offense is going to be better. That's our second half adjustments presented by DeYoung Door Service. If it's time for a new garage door for your home or business, stop and see the gurus of garage doors at their new showroom at 908 Roosevelt Road, just west of Pella Christian High School.
We're the gurus of garage doors, DeYoung Door Service in Pella.
So they are the gurus, and now we go inside the numbers delivered by Pella Fiber, where every home gets a gig. Join today at PellaFiber.com. When I'll let you kind of just talk about what
the shooting percentage and free throw percentage-wise. Pella Christian was only 2 out of 7, so that's not very good at all. PCM much better with a 6 out of 10, and like I said, that's 4 extra points that they're getting right there that Pella Christian didn't, to make up for the fact that they're not shooting the ball quite as well. Turnovers we already alluded to. Rebounds, I got Pella Christian for 21 and PCM for 18, so pretty close. Pella Christian with a little bit of a height advantage. You'd expect them to be taking care of things on the glass. The one area that I think they were a little weak on was PCM had 8 offensive rebounds, and Pella Christian needs to clean that up because they only had 6.
Yeah, just looking at it, we'll look at the scores real quick. For Pella Christian, Deacon Branderhorst had 5, Gilbert Flagel had 9, Landon Franzman with 5, Cooper Sprunk with 4, Garrett Wheeler with 2, Wyatt Snyder with 2, Trey Steinkamp with 2, Ben Van Weingarten with 2. That's all the scoring for Pella Christian. For PCM, 2 for Gavin Van Gorp, 8 for Cutler Vanderloon, 2 for Alex Wendt, 2 for Chase Wagaman, 5 for Caleb DeVries, 7 for Cash Fisher, 1 for Jake Winters, 1 for Joe Shaver, and none for Gavin Steenhook. Talk about the free throw line tonight. I think that's an area that both coaches will want to clean up for Pella Christian on the night. As you mentioned, I've got them down for, let's see.
I got them 2 for 7.
I think that's what I had too. I wrote a number down wrong here, so my math was not adding up here correctly. But yeah, 2 for 7 for Pella Christian. For PCM, I've got them down for, I think, 6 for 11.
11?
Is
Did
what
I miss
I've got.
Oh, yeah, I missed one.
Okay.
You're right.
Yeah,
6 for 11.
6 for 11. So, again, free throws.
So the 32 went down a little.
Yeah, so just not quite what you're hoping for there. If you're either team, you'd hope to shoot a higher percentage from the free throw line. So that is Inside the Numbers delivered by Pella Fiber, where every home gets a gig. Join today at PellaFiber.com. We'll go ahead and step away. We'll be back with the Central Town Auto Radio Halftime Show when we return here on 92.1 KRLS.
Hi, this is Dr. Tim Yoder, the Tri-County Veterinary Clinic veterinarian. If you're heading out of town for the holidays and your pet can't go along, have him boarded with us. He'll receive exercise 3 times a day. He'll be fed based on a schedule you set up, and he'll be given a nice bath the day before you take him home. To schedule a reservation, call Tri-County Veterinary Clinic at 628-4040. Where your pet's good health is our #1 concern.
They're the veterinarians.
Yes, we are. We're the veterinarians.
They do take care of pets because they love them.
At Pella Insurance, we strive to provide you with bend-over-backwards service to protect your home, auto, business, farm, life, and health. We are a local, independent agency that has been serving the Pella community for over 30 years. Our mission is to provide you with a more holistic approach to your insurance needs. With an access to a multitude of industry-leading carriers, we are focused on assisting our customers with protecting and maximizing their assets, resources, and opportunities. When you think local, think Pella Insurance. For an agency that is here for you, call Pella Insurance at 641-628-9235.
Welcome back. You've been listening to the Central Tire and Auto Radio halftime show for tires, front end work. There are no appointment oil change and full mechanical work on your vehicle. Stop and see Sean Ward and his crew next to Walmart in Pella. And here we go. Second half of basketball. Garrett Wheeler bringing it across the timeline for Pella Christian to start out. Cooper Sprunk down low for Gilbert Flagel. Ball tipped around, and PCM forces an open possession turnover for the Eagles.
Just threw it into too big a crowd there. It was a great idea, but
Chase Wagaman gets a wide open look from three-pointer and knocks it down. We're tied up at 31-31 again. 7:33 to go in quarter number 3. Pass inside for Landon Franzman, and I don't know if he was bumped or what, but
tough pass. Really tough pass to handle there, too. I mean, I realized that Coach Van Wyk is saying, let's get the ball inside, let's let Landon get some easy looks, but the defense was too tight on him and it wasn't going to work.
Yeah, and Landon ends up turning it over. Second Eagles turnover of the half. Here is Alex Wendt. Will kick.
He never left the lane. He still hasn't there. Finally, he got out.
Cutler Vandaloon's going to drive. He's going to kick it down for Alex Wendt, and they're going to call a foul on Deacon Branderhorst. No, they're going to call it on Cooper Sprunk. That'll be Sprunk's first, so that'll be okay for the Eagles in that regard. But PCM with another opportunity for the lead as Gavin Van Gorp gets an open look at a 3, but he leaves it short. Deacon Branderhorst on the other end thought about a 3. Garrett Wheeler inside for Landon Franzman. Franzman working against Wendt. Able to get it out to Branderhorst. Over to Garrett Wheeler. Wheeler drives, flips it up on the spin move. Spin cycle works for Garrett Wheeler.
Yeah, very nice attack of the basket. Defense collapsed, and he did a little spin away from him and laid it off the glass and in.
Just what you like to see if you're a Pella Christian. Cutler Vandaloon on the other end, though, answers by knocking down the three-pointer over the top of Wheeler.
Yep. Gotta cut it off. There you go.
And Gilbert Flagel on the other end, all the way to the basket. He'll lay it in for 2.
Just let him go, didn't they?
That they did. Now Gavin Van Gorp will kick to DeVries. Now Van Gorp's going to drive, and Flagel going to be called for the bump. It'll be his second foul, team second of the quarter.
Both teams kind of trying to pick up the pace here a little bit, I think. It's been a little more frantic.
Yep, inbound goes to Gavin Van Gorp at the top of the key, and his jumper, mid-range jumper, bounces around multiple times and goes in. A delay of game on Alex Wendt.
Well, they got him for that. He was in the lane for about 5 seconds a while ago. They didn't call him on that, but now they give him a delay of game warning, so it's just a warning at this point.
Yeah, knocking the ball out of bounds as Wheeler goes to Sprunk. Sprunk over to Flagel. Inside the ball goes to Sprunk. High off the glass, no good. So Pella Christian unable to give the score there as Gavin Van Gorp goes up in the lane, and it's a tie-up. And it'll stay with PCM, but they'll lose the arrow. So Caleb DeVries will inbound it out to Cutler Vandaloon. Vandaloon open look at a 3. Left it short, but the rebound goes long out to Caleb DeVries. Van Gorp to Vandaloon as the Eagles go into a zone defense. Chase Wagaman up top to Vandaloon. He's going to drive and get into the lane, flips up the runner, leaves it short, and Landon Franzman comes down with it. Garrett Wheeler looks to get it into the paint. Instead, he'll kick it over to Branderhorst on the wing. Three-pointer no good, rebounded by Wendt. So Caleb DeVries will get it across the timeline. The pace slows down here a little bit. Wagaman with the basketball. to Alex Went at the top of the key. Now to Wagaman. Wagaman going to take the three from up top. No good, but he's going to grab his own miss, but he's going to miss that shot as well on the drive. So Wheelard will push it ahead to Franzman. Franzman looking to drive baseline. Had the ball poked away. And a loose ball goes out to Branderhorst on the feed from Franzman. No good. Now it's a one-on-nobody as DeVries will lay it in on the other end for PCM.
Got to take care of the basketball. And
a lot of substitutions coming for Pella Christian here in a moment. 36-35, PCM leads Pella Christian, 4:07 to go in the third quarter. Deacon Branderhorst, Garrett Wheeler, now Gilbert Flagel in the left corner. Flagel inside for Sprunk. Sprunk trying to find Flagel, and the Eagles turn it over. And Flagel commits his third foul, and the third foul of the quarter. As a multitude of subs is going to come into the game.
Yeah, not until they get the foul called.
Yeah, it's going to be Ben Van Weingarten, Wyatt Snyder, Devin Runner, and Trey Steinkamp for Pella Christian. Deacon Branderhorst, Gilbert Flagel, Garrett Wheeler, Landon Franzman take a seat. Alex Went, Caleb DeVries, and Chase Wagaman take a seat for PCM. Gavin Steenhook, Jake Winters, and Cash Fisher in for PCM. Vandaloon and Van Gorp and Cooper Sprunk, the only guys to stay on the court. Steenhook, defended by Steinkamp. Ball swings to Vandaloon. Vandaloon baseline drive, no good. Van Gorp open look at a three, and Van Gorp knocks down his first three-pointer of the night. As PCM extends their lead to 39-35. Wyatt Snyder to the basket, count it, and one. We'll go ahead and give that our Randall Roofing raise the roof moment of the game as Wyatt Snyder gets the bucket and the foul on.
For the Eagles, Wyatt Snyder.
Didn't see who the foul went on. They didn't.
Number 4.
They don't have number 4, I don't think, do they? There's no number 4 on the floor. So Snyder getting to the free throw line here. We're waiting to see who the foul went on.
Well, they've got a number 4 on the roster, though.
Well, Gilbert Flagel was the last one that got the foul, so that would have been on number 4.
No,
so I don't think they've changed it on the board yet.
I got you. They haven't.
They
whoever they call the foul on, they don't have in the book or something.
Yeah, we have a Pella Motors timeout. They're not sure who the foul went on. We're still trying to get that figured out here. Well, thanks to our Pella Christian YouTube channel staff, maybe we'll get an idea. It's either going to go on Van Gorp or I think Fisher. They have not told us officially who it's going on. Not sure what the confusion is here in this Pella Motors timeout.
Somebody must not be in the book or something.
Yeah, they believe it's Jake Winters.
If they just now caught that it's a little late. But yeah, it should be if there's a wrong number in the book or something, then it's a technical.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the confusion is down there. We'll let them figure it out. Let's go into our Marion County Bank radio scoreboard. Again, Norwalk girls basketball defeats Winterset 76-34. Norwalk boys basketball leads Winterset 30-23, or 22, excuse me, at the half. That's also a Pingles Home Store instant radio update. Again, our score is 41-37 PCM over Pella Christian with 3:28 to go in the third quarter. That is a look at our Marion County Bank radio scoreboard as Snyder goes to the free throw line, and they do not give official confirmation, so we're going to assume it's on number 24, Jake Winters.
They haven't put it up there yet. He missed the shot, and they get...
Yeah, Snyder unable to connect on the free throw. And Steenhook goes to the corner. Gavin Van Gorp, three-pointer, left it short, but Cash Fisher comes down with the board. And he'll get the reverse lay-in to go. So Cash Fisher gets the lay-in, and then Pella Christian with another turnover.
Turnovers are starting to mount up for Pella Christian here. Yeah, he traveled throwing the ball inbounds. You can't do that.
Yeah, so Landon Franzman coming into the game for Cooper Sprunk. Gavin Steenhook will be the inbounder here in a moment. Steenhook to throw it in. He'll get it out to Van Gorp. Van Gorp to Steenhoek. Steenhoek gonna get it into the lane, kick it out. Fisher for 3, no. Landon Fransman with the board. Trey Steinkamp defended by Steenhoek. Steinkamp got by him, and Steenhoek called for the bump before the shot. That's the second on Steenhoek.
We might find out who that foul is on sometime if we kind of keep track of what we got up there. But
yeah, we're looking to make sure everything I've got right now is right. I don't think they've put it up there. Ben Van Weingarten in the corner. He'll get it up top to Wyatt Snyder. Snyder was looking for a driving lane, didn't have anything. Now to Steinkamp. Steinkamp gets a piece of the paint, kicks it out to Snyder. Snyder wanted the step back 3. And Steenhoek gonna get called for his 3rd foul.
Wow, 2 quick ones.
Yeah, Trey Steinkamp's just got that quick jab step, and Caleb DeVries immediately will come get him.
In for the Mustangs, number 15.
Oh, no, he's not. He's going to get Cutler Vanderloon. Interesting. The way they send him to the scores table, you thought he was going for Steenhoek, who just picked up his 3rd. Wyatt Snyder going to drive. Tries to get it to Landon Fransman. Instead, he gets fouled by, I believe that was Jake Winters. This one might tell us. This goes on. Oh, no, they go on 32. Cash Fisher. That's his first, team's 4th.
Wyatt hasn't made a free throw yet tonight, so let's hope he can knock one down here. There, nope.
Yeah, Wyatt unfortunately has not had a great night at the free throw line. It's Pella Christian trails 43-37.
These free throw misses are starting to add up for Pella Christian. This game would be a lot tighter if they were knocking them in.
Yeah, 2 of 9 at the free throw line tonight for the Eagles. Snyder off the front iron, and Landon Fransman will pick up his 2nd foul and the 4th team foul as a result. Marv Van Wyk is beside himself. Marv did not like that call. Caleb DeVries across the timeline will go to Cash Fisher. Back up top to DeVries. And DeVries, offensive foul going to be called.
I thought he double dribbled.
That one's going to go on Jake Winters. They say it's his first, and that's the 5th team foul, so Pella Christian will shoot the next time by. He comes out of the game, and Alex Wint comes back on. So 43-37. Inbound will go to Wyatt Snyder. Snyder will bring it up here for Pella Christian. Snyder looking for a driving lane. He'll kick it out to Devin Runner. Cross court to Trey Steinkamp. To Ben Van Weingarten for 3. No, but it basically worked as a pass right to Landon Fransman, who lays it in for his first 2 of the quarter, and it's 43-39. Pella Christian trailing PCM with 1:44 to go in the 3rd. Alex went to the free throw line. Drives. Tough shot. Blocked out of bounds by Landon Fransman. A lot of physical contact there.
Yeah. Got him up in the air. Landon went straight up and was able to swat it away.
Gavin Steenhoek surveying. He's looking underneath for Alex Wint, who's able to wrestle it away from Ben Van Weingarten. Devin Runner with it, and a kick by Gavin Steenhoek. So Wint unable to make the bucket off of the...
Had a couple bunnies there.
Weingarten.
Yeah, had a couple bunnies there. They didn't get either one of them to go.
Wyatt Snyder with the basketball. He's going to drive.
Get fouled. He's going to the line.
Yep, so Snyder's going to go to the line after being fouled by Cash Fisher.
At his free throw percentage of the night, I'd foul him too.
Chase Wagaman set the check back in, as is Cutler Vanderloon. In case you missed it, presented by the veterinarians of Tri-County Veterinary Clinic in Pella. The Eagles have struggled offensively in quarters number 2 and 3. As Jake Winters picking up the foul. Or no, 32, Cash Fisher. That's his second. Snyder going to the line. Again, in case you missed it, the Eagles have not been able to get much going on offense this evening. After that opening quarter, they scored 18 points in the first quarter, just 11 in the second, and so far just 6. No, that's not right.
13 in the second quarter, and just 8 so far in this quarter. And again, Wyatt is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 0 for 6 here. He's got to knock one in sooner or later. There we go.
Yep, does knock that one in. So Pella Christian cuts it to a one-possession game, 43-40. A minute 18 to go. That's in case you missed it. Presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic in Pella.
They're the veterinarians.
Gavin Van Gorp on the ensuing possession cannot knock down the 3. Just has not been able to find the stroke from deep. Wyatt Snyder down low to Landon Franzman, who lost the basketball but still able to get it up and in. 43-42, 58 seconds to go in the third. As the Eagles bench rallying the crowd to its feet. Van Gorp going to kick to Caleb DeVries. He's going to drive baseline to Wagaman. Up top, Vanderloon three-pointer. He left it short. Trey Steinkamp down with the board as the Eagles are pushing in transition. Steinkamp, tough take, and it'll make the bucket. Pella Christian back on top, 44-43, 32 seconds to go on Randall Roofing. Raise the roof moment of the game. When the moment arises and it's time for a new roof, think Randall Roofing as Ben Van Weingarten picks up his third foul, the 5th on Pella Christian. And Caleb DeVries going to go to the free throw line to shoot, but what a play by the freshman Steinkamp to give the Eagles the lead back.
Temporarily lead back, but they've made a nice run here in the last minute and a quarter of this quarter.
Game reset wired by Center Point Electric. Pella Christian 44, PCM 43, 27.4 seconds to go in the third quarter. Caleb DeVries good on the first free throw. And we're tied up, 44-44, 27.4 seconds to go in the third. Caleb DeVries, second free throw. Left it short, Alex Went pushes it back up and in. And PCM goes up by 2, 46-44, 20 seconds to go in the third.
Got the big bounce out and just tried to tip it away from Landon, and he tipped it in.
Yeah, Trey Steinkamp defended by Cutler Vanderloon. Landon Franzman going to give a screen. Wyatt Snyder in the corner. He's going to step over to his left, and he's going to knock down the 3. We'll give it another one. Wyatt Snyder with a buzzer-beating 3. Puts Pella Christian up 47-46 going into the fourth. 8 minutes to go on Eagle Lane. Our Randall Roofing Raise the Roof moments of the game presented by Randall Roofing. When the moment arises and it's time for a new roof, think Randall Roofing. Pella Christian 47, PCM 46, 8 minutes to go. Back after this inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth on 92.1 KRLS.
Grow strong with us, Light and State Bank, Light and State Bank.
Could you be earning higher interest rates on your checking and savings accounts with our exclusive Light and Rewards account? Last year, we gave over $126,000 back to our rewards customers. If you'd like to earn our best rates for things you're probably already doing, like swiping your debit card, receiving e-statements, and making payments by ACH debit, visit lightandbank.com and start your account opening today. Member FDIC.
This is Matt with Integrity Comfort Solutions, previously Lancer Home Service. We are excited to continue the business legacy left by the Lancer family with integrity and quality work. Our name change does not change what we do. We are still your plumbing, heating, and cooling experts, serving Pella, Knoxville, Oskaloosa, and more. If you're considering a new home, remodeling your existing space, or need your current equipment replaced, give us a call. To see all that we do, visit us at integrity-comfort.com.
Welcome back inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth on 92.1 KRLS. 8 minutes to determine a winner here on Eagle Lane as Pella Christian leads PCM 47-46. Garrett Wheeler to Gilbert Flagel. Flagel gets into the lane, and he'll flip it up and in. And Gilbert Flagel pushes Pella Christian's lead to 49-46 in case he missed it, presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic in Pella. Wyatt Snyder with a step-back three-pointer just before the third quarter buzzer, giving Pella Christian the lead back here. And now it's a three-point lead for the Eagles. That's in case you missed it, presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic in Pella.
They're the veterinarians.
Gavin Van Gorp finds Alex Witt. He'll drive it down to the basket and flip it up in for 2. As Garrett Wheeler now going to go all the way to the basket. Shot was no good. Foul either going to go. It's going to go on Caleb DeVries. That'll be his first, team's first of the fourth quarter. Ping goes home.
That ball almost bounced in, too. That was an attack all the way down the lane because he knew he had the defenders all moving.
Yep, so Wheeler going to the free throw line. Pingle's Home Store Instant Radio update. Norwalk leading winner set 44-31 after 3 in boys basketball. Wheeler is good on the free throw. Let's send Wheeler to the free throw line a little bit. He's 1 for 1 at the line. 50-48, Pella Christian leads, 7:16 to go. Game reset wired by Centerpoint Electric, that is. Pella Christian 50, PCM 48, 7:16 to go in the fourth. And Wheeler leaves the second free throw short, so it's still a 2-point game. Here as we are almost a minute into the final quarter of play. Cutler Vanderloon looking to drive on Wheeler. Pass tipped by Wheeler, now Wagaman near half court. Kicks cross court to Caleb DeVries. DeVries drives baseline looking for Alex Went. Ball got tipped out. Vanderloon from way downtown. No good. Landon Franzman knocks it out of bounds. That's a deep three-pointer from Vanderloon there.
They had time on the clock yet, but it was almost like he took a desperation 3 there.
And so Went in the lane. Loose ball.
Should be 3 seconds.
Not sure what the call is here. They did not call a foul, so they must have called a kick ball on the Eagles or something in the scrum there.
Yeah, they didn't call a jump either, so I'm not sure what they got.
Inbound pass goes to Gavin Van Gorp, and Garrett Wheeler's called for the bump. Coach Van Wyk does not like that call. He thought Wheeler was set up in great position. That's the first foul on Wheeler. First on the team.
They've got him for 2, actually.
Oh. Maybe I've got, I have him down for 2. I meant to say first on the team in the quarter. Just misspoke there. Caleb DeVries across half court. 6.5 to go in the fourth quarter. Pella Christian 50, PCM 48. As another bump going against Pella Christian here. That one goes against Wheeler, his third, team second. And into the game is Joe Shaver for Alex Went.
Into the Mustangs, number 25, Joe Shaver.
Caleb DeVries, the inbounder, able to get it to Vanderloon. Inside for Wagaman. Tough shot up and over Franzman, no good. Rebounded by Cooper Sprunk. As Wheeler to the basket, and he'll get fouled on the floor by DeVries. It'll be his team second of the quarter. Both of the fouls in the quarter for PCM on DeVries.
They got a sub coming in too. I'm not sure where they didn't whistle him in.
I don't see a sub at the scorer's table.
He came up there, but he must have sat back down.
Eagles swinging the ball around. Garrett Wheeler thought about a 3 from the left wing. Instead, he'll take it all the way to the basket. Can't get the roll. Flagel on the follow, no good. But he gets fouled. So Flagel going to go to the line as he's fouled by Joe Shaver, his first, team's third.
Foul call on PCM, number 20.
So not much rhythm here to the fourth quarter with a lot of fouls. 5 fouls in less than 2 minutes.
Yeah, less than 2 minutes.
And Flagel. The free throw woes continue for Pella Christian. As Flagel off to the left on the first one. Marion County Bank Radio scoreboard. Norwalk girls basketball defeats Winterset 76-34. Norwalk boys basketball leads Winterset 44-31. Pella Christian leads PCM 50-48. 6:04 to go in the fourth quarter. As Flagel goes 0 of 2 at the line. That's our Marion County Bank Radio scoreboard. As PCM now with the basketball, it's Chase Wagaman to Gavin Van Gorp. Kicks to Joe Shaver, driving down the lane. Shot no good. A lot of bodies in the paint there. Not allowing an easy shot for Shaver.
Well, and he really threw the ball up at the basket there, and Landon was able to get the hard overshot on the weak side rebound.
Yeah, so a 30-second Pella Motors timeout taken by Marv Van Wyk and the Eagles here. And if you're the Eagles here, you want to attack the basket, but you just got to be better at the free throw line right now. I think that's the big thing, especially down the stretch here in this narrow game. Eventually this is going to come down to a fouling game one way or the other. Right now PCM, I think, has the advantage. They are 7 of 12 by my count, I believe, on the contest, or 7 of 13, excuse me. Pella Christian is 4 of Oh, that would be, I think, 4 of 16 at the free throw line.
Not good.
So
25% ain't going to cut it at a free throw line.
Yeah.
But they got a 2-point lead in the ball, so you can't do that. Yeah.
Garrett Wheelard.
He touched the ball while he had front court status, and then he jumped into the back court.
Yeah, that's a costly mistake there for the Eagles.
Yeah.
Coach Van Wyk not thrilled with that turnover.
You got 2-point lead in the ball. You got to get a basket, not turn it right back to him.
Yeah, so Caleb DeVries will set up the PCM offense. He's going to look to drive on Branderhorst. He tried to throw it.
Now we're going to get it over in the back.
No, Gavin Van Gorp with a great save. And the Eagles pushing it ahead, and Gavin Van Gorp gets a block on Deacon Branderhorst, who then commits a foul. That'll be his second. That was a great effort by Gavin Van Gorp on that entire play. As Trey Steinkamp checks in for Garrett Wheelard, and Wyatt Snyder will check in for Gilbert Flagel. So 50-48, Pella Christian still leads PCM, 5:20 to go in the fourth. It'll be Caleb DeVries walking it up, setting up the offense for PCM. He's going to kick to Cash Fisher now to Cutler Vanderloon. Defended by Trey Steinkamp. To the corner for Caleb DeVries, defended by Deacon Branderhorst. Out top to Cash Fisher, Gavin Van Gorp kicks out to Caleb DeVries. Three-pointer from the corner, no good. Loose ball out of bounds off of the Eagles.
Tough chance there. They got a miss that hit on the front iron and just caught Trey a little bit off balance. He couldn't corral it before it went out of bounds.
Yeah, it came off the rim at kind of a funky angle, like right at the feet of both Sprunk and Steinkamp, and neither could quite corral it. And Trey Steinkamp with a great hand forces a turnover. Now he's going to go get bumped in the basket. The freshman with a big play. The turnover forced all the way to the bucket. Gets the bump, and he'll go to the line for one.
Yep.
Didn't see who the foul went on.
Number 2.
Number 2, Vanderloon. That's his third, team's fourth. And Steinkamp, the freshman, coming up big with a three-point play, puts Pella Christian up 53-48, 4:40 to go in the fourth. Cash Fisher to Cutler Vanderloon. Back out to Fisher. Fisher into the post for Wendt. Wendt up and over the top of Franzman. He'll lay it in for 2 more. He's up to 6 in the half. As Sprunk nearly threw it away, but ended up throwing it right to Deacon Branderhorst, who will get it back to Trey Steinkamp. Steinkamp for 3, off the heel of the rim, no good. And on the other end, Steinkamp forces a turnover. He'll drive, kicks it out. Branderhorst for 3, no. Couple Eagles fighting for the rebound. It's Franzman up, no. Branderhorst there for the board. And Branderhorst traveled, which was tough because he flew in for the board and just never was able to get his footing underneath of him after that. So 4 turnovers by my count for PCM in the half, 6 for Pella Christian. I could be way off on those numbers.
Yeah,
I don't really know. But
I think I've got them all, but I have to add them up because they're combined with the first half. So we know they had 7 in the first half, so we'll see how many they got for the game here pretty soon.
That we will. Caleb DeVries out top with it. Defended by Deacon Branderhorst. Caleb DeVries got the edge. No good off the front of the rim. Wendt with the putback. No. So 53-50. Pella Christian leads as we go under 3.5 to play. Trey Steinkamp to Landon Franzman. Handoff to Steinkamp. Steinkamp gets a piece of the paint. No. Franzman, offensive board. No. Franzman fighting for the loose ball. It goes out to Gavin Van Gorp. So the Eagles with a couple of good looks there. Gavin Steenhook on the other end, three-pointer off the mark. Caleb DeVries now going to get a look at a 3. That one will go, and we're tied up 53-53, under 3 minutes to play. Trey Steinkamp driving. Ball going to swing. Wyatt Snyder going to step in. Mid-range jumper is good. Wyatt Snyder continues a great half.
Need a stop here, try to get a basket on the ensuing possession and get that 2-possession lead again.
Alex went at the free throw line. PCM trailing Pella Christian 55-53. 2:27 to go in the game. Cash Fisher open look at a 3 from the left wing. No. Trey Steinkamp down with the board. He'll push, kicks to Cooper Sprunk to the basket and lays it in. Cooper Sprunk for 2, 57-53. Now Gavin Van Gorp pushing in transition. Shot no good. Foul on Wyatt Snyder, which I'm very thankful for because it gives me
time to catch up.
Time to just figure out what just happened.
It was frantic action there for about a minute and a half, that's for sure.
Yep.
Timeout.
And we got a full Pella Motors timeout. We're going to go ahead and take it with them. We'll be back for the final 2:09 in the fourth quarter. 57-53, Pella Christian on top of PCM. Back inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth right after this.
What's the coolest thing made in Iowa? The Vermeer ZR5 1200 self-propelled baler. More than 225,000 employees work in manufacturing in the state of Iowa, producing nearly $40 billion in annual output. So we're incredibly proud at Vermeer to be the first ever winner of the Coolest Thing Made in Iowa award. We've been manufacturing equipment in Pella for more than 75 years and work hard every day with a spirit of innovation by simply searching for a better way to do hard work. We're Vermeer, equipped to do more.
Hi, this is Dalton Buck with Hy-Vee. We understand that times are difficult and we want to do our part to help out. That's why we've lowered the prices on thousands of items throughout the store. These are new everyday low prices on thousands of items. And we also still have other ways to save, like our Hy-Vee Perks program and tons of digital coupons online in the Hy-Vee app. It's our mission to make lives easier, healthier, and happier. Stop in today and see our new everyday low prices on thousands of items at Hy-Vee.
Welcome back inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth on 92.1 KRLS. You're listening to Pella Christian and PCM basketball powered by Bank Iowa on 92.1 FM KRLS Knoxville Pella and KRLS HD1 Knoxville Pella. Gavin Van Gorp knocks down the first free throw for PCM following a foul by Wyatt Snyder. And it's now 57-54, Pella Christian on top. Wyatt Snyder checks out, Gilbert Flagel checks in with 2:09 to go. Van Gorp still at the free throw line. What a ball game. Van Gorp off the front of the rim. Rebound down to Cooper Sprunk. So free throw shooting just not been where you would like it to be for either team tonight. Cooper Sprunk on the left wing to Deacon Branderhorst on the left wing. Looking inside for Gilbert Flagel, and he throws it away.
Gilbert had a lane to the basket, but Deacon didn't lead him enough, and he was able to let the PCM defender knock it away.
Yeah, Gavin Van Gorp going to drive baseline, and Gilbert Flagel with the block. As Franzman able to get it to Steinkamp, cross court, Branderhorst corner three-pointer off the backboard, no good, rebounded by Sprunk. Back out to Branderhorst, he's going to try again from the wing, no. Flagel with the board, and he'll be fouled.
Okay, Gilbert, it's time to start making some free throws here. Minute 22 to go in the game. You got a 3-point lead. It's going to be critical to keep adding some points here.
And Flagel knocks down that free throw. 58-54. Pella Christian goes back up by at least one. Gavin Van Gorp checks out of the game with Caleb DeVries checking in. Flagel, second free throw, too strong, but Landon Franzman with a huge rebound. And Trey Steinkamp pulls it out. He'll give to Deacon Branderhorst. Ball will swing to Flagel, now to Sprunk. He was looking for Franzman. Able to get it to Franzman after the save by Jake Winters goes right to Franzman. 60-54, Pella Christian leads by 6. Cash Fisher inside. Ball got tipped right back to him. Trey Steinkamp rises up and swats that shot back. Cutler, Vandaloon, and Gavin Van Gorp into the game for Winters and Fisher.
55.1 seconds to go here, 6-point lead. Pella Christian just got to be careful. Don't foul. You don't want to let them get points with no time running off the clock. But keep that good pressure on them here, a little zone inbounds pressure.
Yeah, 55.1 seconds to go in the fourth. Chase Wagaman on the wing. He's going to kick to Cash Fisher.
PCM doesn't have this much time. They got to get a shot off here.
Yeah, Cutler Vandaloon in the corner for Caleb DeVries. Cross court to Fisher. Now to Van Gorp. Over to Vandaloon. And Vandaloon lost the basketball. Trey Steinkamp racing the other way. And Steinkamp all the way to the basket. He'll lay it in for two. Trey Steinkamp puts Pella Christian up 8. 28 seconds to go. Three-pointer by Fisher, no. Vandaloon three-pointer. No, Steinkamp with the board. And Steinkamp will be fouled by Wagaman.
That'll put Pella Christian at the line to shoot two, so they've already got an 8-point lead. They can push this all the way to 10 with only 16 seconds left to go.
Yeah, Wagaman commits the foul. That'll be his second, team's fifth, so Trey Steinkamp goes to the line with a chance to put things on ice. Steinkamp leaves it short.
Nobody's exempt tonight, are they?
Nope.
They are just all not hitting good looking free throws.
For PCM into the game, we've got number 23, Kevin Thomas, and number 3, Pete Kiernan. And Steinkamp.
Not even close.
That one, he left it just a little too short. As Caleb DeVries, they quickly tried to send Caleb DeVries in. Immediately following that possession, and DeVries and Tony Ford going to call a timeout so he can get Caleb DeVries into the game, I think. Because I don't think they did exactly.
He didn't get up there soon enough, and so they weren't going to line. But now by taking the timeout, he can come in.
Yeah, so a Pella Motors timeout taken by PCM here. Ben Van Weingarten checks in. 16.3 seconds, I believe, left in the fourth quarter there. They took it away from me just as I was getting ready to say that. 62-54, Pella Christian leads PCM.
Yeah, 16.3 seconds left and 8-point lead. Just don't do anything stupid. Keep playing the good defense. PCM took a lot of time off the clock the last couple possessions, passing the ball around the outside. So
before I talk about one player in particular here, we got a Pingos Home Store Instant Radio update to give. Norwalk boys basketball defeats Winterset 53-40. That's a final score there. Got to talk about the play of Trey Steinkamp here late for a freshman. He steps into a huge moment here and has looked extremely comfortable in the biggest moments of this game.
Yeah, he's the type of player that wants the basketball when it's when it's crunch time and when there's something has to happen. He needs to build a little bit more, what should I say, strength but he's got some nice moves and a nice shot. It would have been nice to see him make those free throws and get himself a chance to be in double figures here on the scoreboard.
Yeah, I mean, he's growing up around the game his whole life, but great to see him pushing it here. Caleb DeVries quickly up the court, three-pointer. He left it short. Kiernan grabs the rebound. DeVries going to kick cross court to Kiernan, three-pointer, and Kiernan makes it.
And don't have to throw it in.
And Pella Christian will let the clock run out. 62-57. And just making sure, didn't have Kieran in there, but Pella Christian gets the win over PCM, 62-57. Hard-fought game. I'll tell you more about it when we return here with post-game coverage of Pella Christian High School basketball on 92.1 KRLS. Again, Pella Christian 62, PCM 57. Your final score from Eagle Lane.
Rev up your ride with unbeatable deals at PellaMotors.com. We're dealing so you can drive away happy. Don't miss out on our incredible offers on Chevy, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram. Find your perfect ride at PellaMotors.com.
...2024 is coming to a close, but you don't have to wait until 2025 to start looking for your next home. Hi, I'm John Holterhouse with Pella Real Estate Services, and the inventory and options for homes and acreages on the local market are growing. I'd love to visit with you about exactly what you're looking for and start the process of finding the perfect place for you. We're all in the holiday mindset, but if you're in the home mindset, we're glad to help. Call me or any member of our team at 628-1-BUY for Pella Real Estate Services. Happy holidays.
'Twas the night before Christmas. Santa looked all around. Not one little reindeer was to be found. He decided Two Rivers Card Troll all go to fill up his car since it was fairly low. He would not disappoint. His timing was right. Thank goodness for Two Rivers. The Card Troll pumps open all night.
Even Santa loves saving 4 cents off every gallon of gas at Two Rivers Card Troll pumps in Pella and Otley. Use your Two Rivers local card and you'll save 4 cents off every gallon of gas every time you fill up. Happy holidays from Pella's only locally owned gas station, Two Rivers Cooperative.
Visit Sincere Urgent Care for quick and compassionate care. Open daily, no appointments needed, most major insurance accepted. Now, check in before you arrive with the Athena Patient mobile app.
How much has your internet bill gone up recently? If you're a Pella Fiber customer, you know that it hasn't gone up at all, because all residential customers get 1 gig of fiber internet for only $75 a month. And that's not an introductory offer that'll go away in a few months. That's the everyday low price for fast, reliable fiber internet from a local utility that's here to take care of you if any problems arise. Make the switch today and join the thousands of Pella Fiber customers getting a gig for just $75 a month by going to PellaFiber.com.
Did you know that Connecticut's physical therapy has occupational therapy for kids? They work with kids like me to help with paying attention in class, following directions at home and school, learning how to tie shoes, overall coordination, managing my big emotions, and more. We have a lot of fun at Kinetic Edge and work on these skills through movement and play. Visit KineticEdgeBT.com for more information.
Welcome back to post-game coverage of Pella Christian High School basketball on 92.1 KRLS and PCM High School basketball. Pella Christian defeats PCM 62-57 here on Monday night. I had to remember what day it was. Mondays, it just always feels so much longer. I was starting to think it was a Tuesday, but again, here on Monday night, Pella Christian survives for a 5-point win. Right before we went to post-game coverage here, we talked about it. Wasn't necessarily a pretty win for the Eagles, but, you know, a win is a win, and you'll take it whenever you can grab those wins.
Absolutely. It was, you know, just a battle of two different styles here. Pella Christian's free throw shooting was horrendous. PCM's was pretty good in the first half, not as good in the second half. Three-point shooting was great for PCM. They knocked down several threes to keep them in the game. Didn't turn the ball over very much. I only had PCM for 8 turnovers, so that really helped keep them in the game. But Pella Christian was really able to score big time inside. We got Gilbert Flagel and Landon Franzman with just big numbers on the offensive scoring part of the game, and even rebounding. Landon had I've got Landon down for 15 rebounds. So. Just a huge night there for him under the basket.
Yeah, I would not disagree with you there for Landon. We'll talk about some of the shooting numbers here in just a moment, but you know, one thing that just kind of stands out to me for this Pella Christian team was we talked about it. You know, the other night against Oskaloosa felt like knocking down perimeter shots was a big thing for the Eagles. You know. Wasn't as much. They weren't able to get to the rim as much. Against Eddyville Blacksburg Fremont, it was much more of a transition game with how many turnovers they were able to force. Tonight, they find a third way to win a game here, and it was by just getting to the basket and attacking, because they didn't really shoot it all that well from the perimeter. They didn't shoot it all that well from the free throw line, but around the rim, they were especially strong tonight.
Well, they certainly were, and I got them shooting 50% for the game, which isn't horrible, but did they make... Yeah, they made one three-pointer? 2 3-pointers. That's it.
I had one in the second half.
Yeah,
and
so they had one in the first half. Deacon had one in the first half, and Wyatt in the second half. That's it. The rest of them were all 2s, and we don't do a shot chart by position, but most of those 2s were right by the rim. So that was a huge thing for Pella Christian. They were able to take advantage of the inside game.
Yeah, and just kind of looking at it here, I mean, you mentioned – I think you had Landon down for double-digit rebounds,
15 rebounds, yeah.
15 rebounds,
yeah.
11 points, so a double-double for Landon Franzman. Good night for him. Like we mentioned, just around the basket, Gilbert Flagel had 14 points. Only 2 of those didn't come right around the basket, and they were the 2 free throws he made on the night. So, again, just an overall good night for Landon Franzman there for the Eagles. You know, we talked about it right there at the end of the half. Trey Steinkamp came up huge in the big moments of this game, forced a couple turnovers, got to the basket, forced fouls, got to the free throw line, converted on those made them and one opportunities. Just overall, a great effort from the freshman down the stretch there to really just kind of step up and be like, we need someone to take over this moment. And he did just that.
Yeah, he certainly did. And, both Landon and Gilbert, I got them both shooting way over 50%. Gilbert's at 60%, and looks like Landon is probably just under 70. So, if you can get your post players to be able to score at that high a percentage of their shots, that's huge. And Flegel creates a problem for defenses in that he's got such a long stride that if he makes you move into the middle and then does that little crossover move, he can get a long ways before the defender can catch him.
Yeah, he is a nightmare matchup. Got to talk about this too for PCM. I mean, kudos to them. I mean, like we said, it wasn't necessarily the prettiest of games tonight, but I mean, if you think about this, Gavin Van Gorp is a guy who's just getting back into basketball shape. Cutler Vanderloon was their leading scorer. They combined for just 19 points on the night. Everyone else kind of stepped up, picked up the slack, and really held their own here in helping PCM hang around for as long as they did, and even all the way to the very end even.
Yeah, well, they hit 7 threes. That was huge, and a lot of that came from Van Gorp can't think of the other one now all of a sudden.
Vanderloon,
there you go, Vanderloon and Van Gorp. But they also got 21 offensive rebounds. I mean, they did their share crashing the board too. I only had Pella Christian for 15 offensive rebounds, and PCM was able to get 21, and so that's a lot of putback opportunities that they had, and that's where they was able to get some second chance baskets. And we don't have that stat. Maybe we'll have to keep that next time and see how many second chance baskets and how many turnovers, points off of turnovers teams get. But those were huge for PCM tonight because they were able to get several opportunities to do that.
Yeah, we will have that opportunity. Let's go into tonight's final stats presented by the Verdeft Agency. Let Chad Lance or Larry examine your stats, customize an insurance plan for you. The Verdeft Agency providing complete courteous service to the Pella area for nearly 100 years. Real quickly, tonight's final stats. For Pella Christian, 5 points for Deacon Branderhorst, 14 for Gilbert Flagel, 11 for Landon Franzman, 6 for Cooper Sprunk, 5 for Garrett Wheelard, 10 for Wyatt Snyder, 9 for Trey Steinkamp, 2 for Ben Van Weingarten. For PCM, 8 points for Gavin Van Gorp and for Alex Wendt, 11 points for Cutler Vanderloon and Caleb DeVries, 5 points for Chase Wagaman, 9 points for Cash Fisher, 1 for Jake Winters, 1 for Joe Shaver, and 3 for Pete Kiernan. Those are tonight's final stats presented by the Verdeft Agency. And let Chad Lance or Larry examine your stats, customize an insurance plan for you. The Verdeft Agency providing complete courteous service to the Pella area for nearly 100 years. We're going to step away. We'll be back here on 92.1 KRLS to continue postgame coverage, talking with a member of the Pella Christian boys basketball team, as well as here on the Pella Christian YouTube channel. Again, Pella Christian defeats PCM 62-57 on Monday night.
Vanderlinden Services is your trusted family-owned plumbing and HVAC business. I'm Austin Vanderlinden. Our team has years of experience and commitment to treating every customer like family, and our trusted technicians take pride in their work. Plus, we offer the best in York HVAC residential and commercial systems. Call me today for reliable, friendly service that you can trust. Vanderlinden Services, the best for the job.
Visit Sincere Urgent Care for quick and compassionate care. Open daily, no appointments needed, most major insurance accepted. Now, check in before you arrive with the Athena Patient Mobile app.
If you're tired of eating at the same places, discover Elmhurst Grill, Oskaloosa's exclusive dining destination. The culinary design menu offers a feast for every palate. From crisp, fresh salads and mouth-watering burgers to savory pastas and perfectly grilled steaks. Plus, enjoy chef-crafted specials and seasonal favorites that keep every visit exciting. Overlooking the Oskaloosa Public Golf Course, serene trees, and a picturesque pond. Elmhurst Grill, where flavor meets ambiance. CPAs are known for doing things by the numbers, but the accountants at Van Maan and Seastra Meyer Nickel go beyond the numbers. They are committed to their clients to bring the best advice at competitive prices to ensure that you get the best service to meet your needs. They'll stand behind you in case you would ever need help, unlike most of the do-it-yourself tax services, with year-round advice for any life changes that may happen. And if you're unhappy with your current service, they are accepting new clients with a smooth and seamless transition.
Save time and gain peace peace of mind with Van Manen, Seatstra, Meyer, and Nickel.
Back here on 92.1 KRLS with our continuing coverage of Iowa High School athletics. We're joined now by Pella Christian senior boys basketball player Deacon Branderhorst following a 62-57 win on Monday night against the PCM Mustangs. Deacon, just let's start. It wasn't necessarily the prettiest of wins, but able to walk away 3-0. What's that feeling like in the locker room, knowing that you got that mark still unblemished?
I feel good about it, actually. Even though it's not the prettiest win and we have a lot to work on in practice these next few days before Norwalk, we're happy and we can celebrate a victory, and we're just going to move on and put that in the past so we can better ourselves for this next Friday night.
Well, and let's talk about that, too, before we talk about the game too much. You mentioned wasn't necessarily the prettiest. Coach Van White goes in the locker room, and what was the message that he gave you guys following a scrappy win here against PCM tonight?
Our main focus is just our effort. Like, our mindset coming into this game was a little weak, and we showed that when we started out on the court, and we need to come out with that mindset that we're going to fight tooth and nail everything we got on this court, and that's what we need to work on the most coming into practice now.
And going into the game here a little bit, that first quarter, you guys really kind of found something offensively. You were able to get the ball to the basket with Landon, with Gilbert, with Cooper. Second, third quarters, they really started to take that away. How did you guys try to adjust and just find different ways to attack them offensively in the second and third quarters?
I would just say we just got to keep moving and running, and we just got to wear these guys out. We know we're a really conditioned basketball team, and we know we can run teams down, and that was our big key going into the game, just really push and transition, and our wings got to get down to the corner really fast, and that was our main motto right there. Just got to keep going and use all our energy, and really focus on that.
And one thing we got to talk about too is obviously the offensive side of things wasn't necessarily where the Eagles wanted it tonight, but you look at their side of things, and you got a guy like Gavin Van Gorp on the other side, who I know you've seen across the court from you here over the last several years. He's a guy who could put up points, and you guys hold him to 8 points tonight. How good did that feel just as a defense to be able to kind of limit their premier scorers? And really, they didn't have any one guy that did a lot offensively for them.
That's good. That's really good to see, and that shows how balanced we are defensively, that we can sub multiple guys, and our defense will still step up and be able to hold them to little points, and that's just really awesome to see. And that's a trust aspect of things, that I can trust all my teammates to guard their best players and know that they're not going to give them up a bunch of points.
And just looking at this contest, too, on the other side of things, as a senior, these types of games are nothing new for you, right, where it's scrappy, it's down to the wire. I think back to a couple years ago, your sophomore year, West Burlington, Wilton even that year. I mean, these are games that you guys are accustomed to as a senior group, whether or not you step foot on the court or just part of the team. You've been in these environments, right? How beneficial has that been to be in these type of environments where it's close and it takes a gritty effort to be able to pull out a win?
It's amazing because we've practiced physical, we play physical, everything we do is physical. Over these last few years, I've seen lots of physical play, and being able to get used to that has just been a great aspect that we've had over these last few years, and it's awesome. Who doesn't love a good physical game? And when it gets scrappy, we got to who's the tougher team, and we just got to be the tougher team to be able to pull it out.
And again, we're talking to Deacon Branderhorst, a senior for the Pella Christian boys basketball team, following a 62-57 win over PCM on Monday night. This senior class, too, is a very close-knit group, too. I know some of you, whether that be on the golf team, throughout, this is a close group of guys, too. And I know that Coach Van White kind of said this after the win Friday night. You guys are not afraid to kind of get after each other and practice a little bit, too, and also push each other, right? Not necessarily in a bad way that you get after each other, but, how much does that help, too, knowing that no matter what happens on the court, whether a mistake happens or something happens in practice, something like that you guys at the end of the day are all great friends that get along so well?
It's awesome. Being able to be a part of such a connected team is just amazing because we know we all love and support each other no matter what happens, and there's always going to be somebody to pick you up when you're down, and that's just awesome because when I make mistakes and I miss shots, I know my teammates will be right there backing me up and telling me to keep shooting with confidence, and I couldn't ask for anything more, and I couldn't ask for greater teammates.
And I know I kind of mentioned the senior group, too. I mean, there's a good mix on this team. There's juniors. You even have a freshman in Trey Steinkamp, and I just got to ask you about that. He made some big plays down the stretch for you guys that kind of helped give you guys a little bit of cushion down the stretch here against the Mustangs. Just seeing how this group is gelling, we talk about those seniors and how close they are, but seeing the juniors and the freshmen and all those seniors meshing, what's that been like just to experience the bond that's starting to form here with Eagles boys basketball?
It's phenomenal. I would like to say that's just who we are as a basketball program. We're all a super tight-knit friend group, and it's awesome to be able to see freshmen like Trey step up. We all love Trey. He's such an awesome point guard, and we love this guy on our team, and I couldn't ask for a better point guard coming from a freshman. He's awesome.
He is a fun player to watch, too. And, looking ahead for this Eagles boys basketball team, the road doesn't get any easier, right? It's been a couple of hard-fought wins here. Friday night, Norwalk coming to town, and another tough battle there. I know that they don't have the Bourne brothers anymore, but always going to be a tough battle when you get into Little Hawkeye Conference play.
Yeah, we can't expect any easy games coming up here. We just got to be able to give full effort and be as physical as we can and just get everything and do everything as right as possible to be able to compete as much as we can and look for a win.
And in practice here, you got to find that balance, right? 2 hard-fought wins in a row here, Oskaloosa and PCM. How do you manage that, getting a little bit of recovery for the body there and rest it up a little bit, but also continuing to work hard to be able to come out on the right side of things and get the 4-0 against Norwalk on Friday night?
Yeah, now it's just our time to be able to recover and rest and be able to get right in practice and work on all the little things that we maybe messed up, like our shooting and defensive rotations, and now it's just the perfect time to be able to prepare for that, and yeah, we're excited.
Deacon, appreciate the time as always. Best of luck as we get ready for Friday night, and looking forward to seeing how you guys fare against Norwalk on Friday.
Yes, thank you.
Absolutely. That was Deacon Branderhorst, senior boys basketball player for the Pella Christian Eagles, following a 62-57 win over PCM on Monday night. And we will wrap up there. In closing, presented by Lighton State Bank. Grow strong with us. Since Deacon's still here, Deacon, any final thoughts you want to give on the game tonight?
I'd just like to thank all our fans for coming out and watching the game, even though it's a Monday night. Thank you, guys.
Absolutely love it. We go in closing again. A gritty, hard-fought win for Pella Christian, 62-57 over PCM. In closing, presented by Lighton State Bank. Grow strong with us. Sending it back to Alex Benjamin in the studio. Thanks for tuning in to Pella Christian Boys Basketball and PCM Boys Basketball on 92.1 KRLS and on the Pella Christian YouTube channel.